Okay. I am recording. Yes.
Oh.
I told you to finish the fucking shit.
Bro, he did it anyway, too.
What's up with
I'm
you,
hungry,
Mikey?
man.
Dog, you should have
hungry.
eaten something before this
Bro.
entire thing started, bro. I had Wendy's before I was supposed to have Wendy's just so we can do this podcast.
I ate
Good
Chick-fil-A
for you.
earlier tonight.
You should have
I
eaten.
didn't get to eat.
You
I
should
didn't
have
get to
eaten.
eat shit today.
Why? What happened to taking care of yourself? Self-care 2020. Like, what's good with you?
I was at work. I don't know what to tell you.
You don't eat at work?
No.
Not when you broke, no.
Respect.
I feel that. Anyway, what's good, everybody? Welcome to the Royal Roundtable podcast. This is episode number 7. We are back again for another week. It is the boy Nick, Sacred Almighty, Sacred Fire Negro, whatever you want to call me. It is totally fine with my two amazing co-hosts, MikeyJTV and Ioku. Man, we got a lot to talk about. It has been a while since we've actually done a recording. The last recording actually ended up hitting a lot of people's recommendations on YouTube due to obvious reasons. First and foremost, I want to address everybody who is new to the channel. Thank you so much for subscribing. Hopefully you guys stick around, and hopefully you guys went back and watched the older podcast episodes, because there's a lot of stuff that you guys can get in tune to get used to me if you're new, and I guess everybody else that's here, as well as get in tune with everything. Also, make sure that you are following the Twitter. Everything will be in the description section below. If you're on YouTube, if you're not, follow, or I guess go to the Twitter link in the Anchor FM or whatever streaming site it is, because we now have a whole thing where near the end of the podcast episode, we're going to be answering questions that you all ask on several social media sites, such as Twitter, my Instagram, and everybody else's Twitters as well. So every question
Viewer
that you
and
ask,
listener interactions.
basically, this is basically how we get to interact with you all, versus, I guess, kind of just uploading these and just not really knowing who's watching and what's being watched and who's digesting what. So now we know we have a way to answer you all directly, you the viewer. And that's pretty much it. If you're watching this on YouTube, all I ask for you is leave a like and a comment. If you're watching this on Anchor or any other streaming platforms, such as Spotify, definitely be sure to give this podcast a heart. Is it a heart or a like?
For what? On
Spotify.
Yeah, I think it's a heart.
A heart. As well.
It says like, though, but same shit.
As well as you're interested in following me and the other two co-hosts here on this, definitely should repeat the description. Everything is down there and below. And I mean, we got an announcement to make. Because due to how successful the last video or the last couple of videos have been, you already know it's your favorite cloud chaser. You know the vibes.
Yeah.
We got partners. So every last one of you Nappy Nation fucks who are leaving these sour ass comments, you niggas will pay me now for the shit that you feel like you feel entitled to. So
hey, yo,
eat
hold
dick.
on, time out. We getting paid for people being upset?
Yes.
Oh, that's my favorite type of
So
chat,
eat
bro.
dick.
That's the best type of payment,
So definitely
to be
eat
honest.
dick. Every single one of you niggas that were in the comment section with the smart shit you say, oh, nah. Thank you for the payment, bitch. Anyway.
Damn.
I love this nigga.
Anyway.
I felt the power behind that bitch.
We have gotten partnered. Thank you so much, everybody. Over there on to Screenwave Media, of course, the gang and them. Thank you.
Gang.
Shout out to PK, of course. And thank you. Favorite Cloud Chasers here again, episode number 7. I'm ready to pod. How are y'all doing? Talk to us. It's been 2 weeks. Talk to me. What's good with y'all? What's up, Nick?
All right. So normally, I usually start off with my school shit, but
You still eating chips, bro?
I was saying,
yeah,
like,
for
what
sure.
the fuck's good with this nigga? Like, you rude as fuck. What?
hey, man, we podding.
Okay, we
That's
fine.
what happens.
Talk to me.
But normally I start off with my school stuff, but
Today different. Talk to us, King. What's up?
It's boring shit. Like this pretty much is like essays. I just do essays all month long. It's just an essay.
So what can I tell you to drop out?
I'm definitely not dropping out. But
I do
You are
this
the king of telling people to do that.
Bro,
too.
I have this reoccurring joke, everybody. When people be like, oh, they're in college and they're stressful, like they're stressed out of this. I'm like, bro, just drop out, nigga. What's good with you? Hello?
But today is the day that we're actually recording. It's Valentine's Day.
Gross.
I don't know about you two.
Are you
niggas.
going out?
We are going to. We're gonna go see Bad Boys. I think on Sunday.
Ooh,
Bad
I heard that
boys,
was
bad
good.
boys.
Yeah,
Hell yeah.
I'm gonna take her out. We're going to go to 54th Street Bar and Grill. I don't know if that's a nationwide thing, but it's definitely a thing here. They've got what they call beer garitas. So it's a margarita, and they put a this sounds terrible, but it's not. They put a Corona upside down in the margarita, and as you're sipping the margarita, the Corona comes out and basically refills the margarita as beer. It's so fucking good.
We have
Does it
one near
stay
me.
Slushified though.
We have one near me. I knew that
Yeah.
sounded familiar.
Yeah. And they have the best
They're fire.
fried mushrooms. Stuffed fried mushrooms. Oh my god, they're so good. But yeah, that's what we're doing this weekend. And on Monday, I'm taking the kiddos to go see Sonic.
Okay.
Yo, the streets.
I heard that movie was gas.
The streets been saying that
Yeah,
movie
They've been
fire.
talking.
Yeah.
The streets saying that movie was better than they thought it was going to be. That's what I've been hearing, dog.
We're definitely going to see Sonic.
I gotta see Sonic for the culture, because if the streets is saying, "Hey, that shit, guys," I'm gonna have to peek, because you know me, I'm Sonic OGs to the death. You would have thought I was Kobe, huh?
Yeah, but that's all I got going on. Like nothing too major.
What's good with you?
But
Hey,
Yoku.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys know, but I mean you two know obviously, but I don't know if you guys watching / listening to this know. Your boy runs a YouTube channel, and the last time you guys heard from me, I said I was in a funk, but I kind of had a feel for what I wanted to do. I've been doing a little bit of that. I'm still working out some kinks here and there, but I would say that so far I've been doing pretty solid in terms of the content that I've uploaded so far.
That
thumbnails
Pokemon
are hot.
VGC popping.
Yeah,
You liking that
I
shit?
like that.
Yeah, you
Like
liking
that.
that shit, Playboy?
They
I
put
told you,
Incineroar in the
niggas.
game.
I told you, niggas. Yeah.
Bruh,
Stupid
they put
bitch.
Incineroar in the game. Niggas mad. I'm like, hell yeah, that's me. I love it. I love it. Y'all niggas, by the way, not me. Y'all. I'm not niggas. Y'all niggas mad about it.
You are black.
We went over this before. You are definitely on. You definitely do nigga shit.
Me?
So you.
Yes,
are one
you
of
definitely
them,
do
yes.
nigga shit.
I don't know.
I hear
I
you,
don't know what you're
dog.
talking about.
Just because you watch fucking hentai does not exempt you from anything niggatry at all.
You know what's
Shut
funny?
up,
Wait,
nigga.
Wait, time out.
Talk
Since
to
you
me.
mentioned hentai, right? So I was reading this dojin. If you guys don't know what dojins is, it's like hentai manga. It's cool, whatever. Anyway, I was reading this dojin, right? And it was about some fucking idol master shit or whatever. I don't remember the character's name, but anyway, it was some weird shit, but it was like hot. So the idol master, they have a what do they call? Idol masters, like, think of K-pop models, right? And you got your manager and shit, yeah? So your manager is supposed to hook you up with all these gigs and whatnot. The idol master failed, all right? So she failed. She wasn't performing. She wasn't doing no good. her record was trash. So she go in the office, right? And she's like, "Hey, manager, sorry I haven't been doing so great. I'm so excited that you're gonna give me an opportunity to make it up. I'm really appreciative of this moment. I can't wait to show you what I got." And he's like, yeah, no, I can't wait for you to do it either. We're gonna send you to the Americas, and you're gonna train with our American side of the industry. And she's like, cool, I don't know a lick of English, but let's hope it works, right? All right, so wait, that's not the kicker though. That's not the kicker. So
Can we kick you out, nigga?
shut up. She goes to the Americas, right? Tell me why. She meets a gang of black guys. And I mean, like, they're actually black, like they're colored black and everything. They got the nigga lips, all that shit. And so the main dude, right? I guess the manager for the Americas. No, listen, it's fucking Lil Wayne. Like, he looks dead ass like Lil Wayne. It's the best shit ever. I
We gonna-
died.
I wanted to know
back
what the
down.
fuck that had to do with anything.
Because
We gonna get you
because-
out of there, dog.
No, dude, it was just man.
we gonna get you
The
some
fact
help.
that it looked like Lil Wayne, and he
We
he
gonna get you
talked,
some
they made
help.
the writing like Lil Wayne and everything, bro. It was funny.
We gonna get you
I'm
some
gonna
help.
show it to y'all, bro.
That's
It
what
was
we're
funny.
definitely gonna get you some help.
I don't need any help.
Yes, you do, my nigga. You went on a
You know
whole
what I mean?
tirade about a plot that nobody knows about, and then it
Or
had nothing.
cared.
And then it had nothing to do with the conversation at all. I just so happened to mention hentai.
I
You're
just told you
weird.
about the plot.
You were
No.
weird. You are weird.
Hey,
you are weird.
You know what though? You know
are
what
weird.
though? Hey, next time you meet a girl and she like hentai, because it's bound to happen. 10 out of 10 is gonna happen, bro. I'm telling you right now. Don't come to me for no recommendations.
Well, I'm going to. I don't know what the fuck. I don't know who you think you are. You are the only nigga that watches that shit. You're definitely getting
Nah,
asked.
it ain't
You're
just me,
definitely
bro.
getting asked. All right, then fine. Niggas in the comment section, 'cause I know you
Right
niggas
now,
definitely watching
right
hentai.
Right
Give me
now.
that gas so I can mark all them shits down. Never use them shits. Having like a notebook locked in a closet or some shit. And so when I find this girl that he's talking about, I can pull up this 3 or 4 year old hentai that nobody's watched before,
Oh
but
my
you have.
gosh. Oh my gosh.
You're terrible.
I got
You are
I
weird.
can eat some 3 or 4 year old hentai. Bro.
Please
It ain't
don't.
shit.
Please. I'm good. We are good. We are good. We are good. We are fine. The
Alright,
streets is
what-
fine.
What's popping with you, Nick?
Oh, me? Oh shit. PAX is coming in the next 2
It
weeks.
And I'm sorry I can't go this year. I do want to go. I'm probably gonna go next year, but this year was a bust.
PAX East is coming in 2 weeks. If I see anybody there, hi. Come through, say hi. I'm gonna be seeing a lot of people that I haven't seen in forever, haven't seen in years, damn near. I've been working excessively when it comes to just content creation. Still learning to do content creation. Still learning how to put more of me in it. I started to have more fun. Started to have a lot more. I love making content now. Business has been crazy. The podcast is partnered now. Yup. I got hit up by like 3 our outlets to do like some type of interviews or some shit. And I guess, can we talk about the Square Enix thing?
Aren't you under? Well, I guess
Nothing's happened yet, but
I guess you could probably.
I'll hint.
Yeah.
Square Enix contacted me for something Final Fantasy VII related. You all will see that before the release date and or the first demo comes out. But they definitely hit me up due to those reaction videos and stuff like that. So business, my name is getting tossed around there, which is great. Because I know branching out kind of has just been like a really uphill battle. But obviously once I feel like the year now is starting to slowly kick off again, now that we're hitting that spring season, pre-E3 season, a lot more gaming outlets and a lot more people are getting back into the grind of YouTube and just gaming overall. But speaking about E3, y'all like that transition? Boy, I love it. God.
Let's get it.
I am a god, and we are potting today.
Who came up with, which one of y'all started saying that shit?
What, pod? We podcasting.
We podding.
Potting sounds better than
before.
podcasting.
Yo. Wait.
But I've just never heard it before.
Before we get to this topic, and I know that was a perfect segue, but
You just killed my shit.
I know. I frequently, order from Papa John's, and
Me too.
Oh, you do? Okay, so I'm not the only one. But they got these things called papadillas. Do not fucking get them.
What the hell is a papadilla?
No. Because you remember they used to have sandwiches, right? They don't have sandwiches anymore.
No, I don't remember that, but keep going.
Oh, they don't have sandwiches anymore. We always used to get the Philly cheesesteak, and it was fire. Now they got these stupid little things called papadillas. They're the same price, but all it is a folded over piece of pizza.
Just go to Domino's. If you want a sandwich, go to Domino's. Domino's sandwiches are fire.
I don't
order a pizza
I don't
by
like
yourself
Domino's
and then just fold the
You
pizza.
don't gotta
on
get.
your own.
I said the sandwiches.
Why would I do that?
This dog, I'm telling you, bro, Mikey dog. Look,
I already got Papa rewards, so
Mikey,
I got $10.
you know what
credit.
happened to me
I
about
need
Domino's. You know what happened to me in Domino's.
Yeah.
Those sandwiches.
That's why you recovering, nigga.
Those sandwiches are crack. I had one after like a 3-year break 2 weeks ago, and I was like, this shit is still good. What the fuck's going on? I might order it again tomorrow. It's the cheat. Yeah.
I didn't want to derail it too much, so you can go ahead.
Well, anyway, speaking about the E3, or speaking about times coming to E3, before this got deconfirmed, a lot of gaming companies such as, well, it was rumored that Microsoft and Nintendo were not going to be at E3, and Sony had already confirmed they weren't going to be at E3. 2 or 3 days afterwards, they then announced that Microsoft and Nintendo are going to be at E3, but Sony is not going to. Instead, Sony is going to start looking into more of their own press, such as State of Play, such as their own little private events, stuff like that. And I'm assuming this is all leading up to the eventual PS5 announcement release. And that's all I can really think about. I feel like Microsoft is probably going to do the exact same thing, but at E3. And Nintendo, while Nintendo is going to be at E3, I feel like they're going to have a lot of demo-oriented content. But they're going to have their own direct before then, like that week before then, that Friday or so, Thursday before then, before the actual event start. I think that's how that's going to go. But I've noticed in the last year and a half, E3 has started to dwindle in, what's the word, relevancy?
Yeah.
In the gaming,
I would definitely say relevancy. In
the gaming atmosphere, I've noticed a lot more companies are opting to not go there anymore. I noticed a lot more people are having access. The public are having access to attend, which honestly I feel like that's why the value of E3 is going down. Because instead of a private event, they made it a public event. I feel like that's the reason why.
I could definitely agree with that, because after they started doing that, I mean, E3 was already the quote unquote big gaming event, right? That's where we got all the news. That's where all the news broadcasters were for games specifically. And you needed what we know today as a media badge. They needed a media badge to get in. So there wasn't really a whole thing behind, I want to go to E3 because I bought a $500 ticket so I can go to E3. You really had to be
in the industry.
Somebody. Yeah, you had to be in that industry in order to get into E3, and that kept all the information, actual information. So when you go to E3, you've got so many different NDAs or whatever that you have to go through. Certain things you're just not supposed to say as soon as you see it. But with it being open, you had so many people with cell phones, so many people with
access to demos, access to gameplays and stuff like that.
And
information
showing
get
everything
out there. Yeah,
and
I feel like
is a huge thing. They weren't even getting the information out before. Twitter saw it. Oh man, this thing is here. It's at Twitter. Blah 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 blah. Well, now I know what that is. Why do I have to watch E3? I can just scroll through Twitter throughout the day, and I'll have all of E3's day one.
And that makes sense on a business level. Like when you're spending a lot of money doing something that's not really even tailored to you and your entire business, I guess from Sony's perspective, it's just well, we have PlayStation experience, and if you actually look at the numbers between E3, you're right, State of Play, the experience. If you look at the numbers between E3 and what they do, it's almost a no-brainer. Why would we give E3 money to rent out booths and all that kind of stuff when we can do it on our own time and on our own turf?
I feel like
control the narrative of everything.
I feel like that's why Nintendo has been able to kind of make their own lane in a sense. And I think since the Wii, Sony has been slowly but surely taking from Nintendo in terms of what they do for exclusivity.
They've been doing that forever.
Well, no. They were ahead of Nintendo for the early portions.
I'm just talking in generalities though.
Oh, okay.
They've always taken from Nintendo.
Oh, big facts. They do it way better, to be honest. But I feel like Sony's starting to look at what they have and they realize the value in what they have. They everybody likes to make jokes about them making interactive movies, but that's like a big thing. Like Sony's games are like dead ass movies. The Uncharted series, you can make them shit into a film, and it would be flawless. You could do the most recent God of War, fire. Last of Us, more importantly, like that is a movie experience that you just so happen to play, you know. And it's like I understand that's a joke and shit to some people, but like there's a value in these experiences and these attachments to these characters, and I feel like they've noticed that they have a value in that market, and they're like, you know what, bro, if our games are going to be like showcased in this section of the gaming atmosphere, people are going to be able to have demo access, they can just spread out whatever bullshit they want to, fuck them. We're just going to give, it's the allure of being a secret that I feel like Sony's trying to like take advantage of, where it's like, hey, here's a trailer, here's this crazy ass performance, we go away for like a couple months. You know what I'm saying? You'll drop like a trailer 3 or 4 months afterwards, go away for a couple months, another trailer, it's back, and then here you go.
I mean, piggybacking off of that though, because you guys mentioned how Sony takes from Nintendo a lot of time. Look at the way Nintendo does it, and look at how the internet responds to Nintendo. All Nintendo has to say is, yo, we're throwing out a direct sometime this month. No date. The whole internet's in an uproar for the whole month. Oh man, which game we're gonna get? Oh, I bet you we're gonna get this game, blah, 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 blah. If Sony found a way to get that same attention and that same traction just from saying, yo, there's gonna be a PlayStation experience in the month of March. What's coming out in March? Okay, they're gonna announce a new game. No, dude, they're gonna push Final Fantasy up a month, blah, 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 blah. Like, if they could ride that wave, that'd be way better for them than waiting
I feel like
for
Sony
E3 or
would
any
need
other
more
event.
IPs.
They definitely need more, or they need a bigger one.
No, relax. First and foremost, Sony has, to be honest, probably one of the bigger.
I was gonna say
the bigger section of the IPs. That's not Pokemon and Mario, and Zelda now, because Breath of the Wild was so groundbreaking for them. Like Sony has Last of Us 2. We just have a date for those. You know what I'm saying? Like all of Sony's big hitters, we have dates for, and there's nothing else you can do besides that. Most of Nintendo's IPs are dead ass wastelands. And the thing about Nintendo is they can decide to pick back up anything at any given moment, and niggas would be hyped for it. Which is why Metroid Prime 4 was so crazy, because we haven't gotten a Metroid game dead ass in the last decade or so. And then hey, here's Metroid 4, here's a new Metroid game for the 3DS. And here's the older games that you play on the 3DS, and we're gone for a couple. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, oh shit, we thought y'all forgot about Metroid and like Pikmin, right? Niggas want a new Pikmin for God knows why. People want a new.
Y'all like Pikmin out there?
Pikmin. People want a new Pikmin, you know. But I feel like, you know, and we look at like Splatoon. Like Splatoon was like the last new IP that got really popular. ARMS flopped, you know, and
unfortunately
now it's like, okay, what other IPs are that it can do? People still want Earthbound or Mother 3. People still want Mother 3.
I definitely want
people still want a new F-Zero game. Nintendo, the reason why Nintendo gets that response is because there's way too many IPs that are dead under their belt that anytime they want to, they can just say, fuck it, here's a trailer.
Yeah.
And the Switch is like so what's the word? The Switch is so convenient that a lot of these companies are starting to put their games on the Switch. So even if you don't get a new Mother 3 or a Mother game, or you don't get a new Metroid trailer or a Bayo trailer, here's 5-10 minutes of a direct of a game you never would think is on Nintendo Switch on here. Granted, it may run like ass, but it's like, here is Assassin's Creed, here's Doom Eternal, here's I don't know, something that's not heavy selling for any of the other competitors. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So it's like, the thing about Nintendo, oh my goodness, yeah, Mike. The reason why Nintendo, I think, has that leverage over those two is because they have a lot of dead IPs they can revive at any given moment. Sony, all their living IPs are all the ones that they pretty much only show. The last new Sony IP was Ghost of Tsushima. Literally, and that was like a couple years of nothing before that game got announced. We were still riding the coattails off of no. Ghost of Tsushima got announced the same time God of War and Last of Us 2 got announced.
Yeah.
And all of those games have already came out and they are coming out in the next 2 or 3 months. That's my thing.
It got pushed back along with
it got pushed back to the summer.
Yeah, end of summer. And the Ring of Eden.
Yeah, Ring of Eden too. Yeah.
That's the next Dark Souls.
All their heavy hitters they're coming out with all have dates and they're all expected to come out. You know they're gonna come out. Thing about Nintendo is you don't know when you're gonna get your favorite series game. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like I don't think Sony will ever have that leverage of like being able to just say fuck it.
Nintendo games like very close to their release. Just like they did with Pokemon.
They announced Luigi's Mansion. They announced Luigi's Mansion. Nobody spoke about it ever since. And they brought it back a year later and they announced that bitch, hey, 4 or 5 months before the release? And they gave him a date. After that, it was just, okay, just wait. You know what I'm saying? But everybody was like, oh, when are we going to get a new Luigi's Mansion? Oh, here's Luigi's Mansion 3. Niggas were spazzing out because the last Luigi's Mansion game we got was earlier in the decade on the 3DS. That's the thing. Like, Nintendo has that secrecy because of the dead IPs they have. But my response to people who want these dead IPs back is why would I remake a game that's going to flop when I can put it in Smash Bros?
Shout out to Earthbound.
You're not wrong, but man, that hurts. I'm not even a huge Smash Bros fan, but that definitely hurts.
It's the truth. Look at F-Zero. Look at F-Zero. We haven't had an F-Zero. Look at F-Zero. We haven't had a Captain Falcon game. We haven't had a Captain Falcon game since the GameCube. That was damn near a decade and 5 or 6 years ago.
And that flopped.
Good game, flopped.
But we have Mario Kart.
And plus Mario Kart is selling deadass one of the best sellers on any Nintendo console. Fuck the F-Zero.
So I don't know if you guys know, but like the DICE Awards were on last night, and that Mario Kart mobile game, it won best racing game of 2019 or 20?
Really?
Yeah.
That's crazy. A lot of people did not like that game.
I definitely didn't.
Nah,
and everybody in the replies were like, Crash Team Racing is right there.
Crash Team Racing was fucking beautiful. That's fucking crazy. That's actually fucking wild. Actually, that's okay. Well, I mean, hey, the Game of the Year awards, Crash Team Racing won best racing game of you're good. We're good. We're fine. But no, like that's my thing. Like, why would I remake another game that's gonna flop? Like, look at the Smash Ultimate roster, and tell me, out of those games, which one do you think are going to be a success? Not on some, it's going to sell you 1 million copies, because Nintendo's above 1 million at this point. Yeah. 1 million copies is chump change to them.
Yeah.
That's not going to sell. Everybody keeps like doing this shit where it's like, dog, this shit is a flop. It sold 1 million copies.
That ain't shit.
Do you not realize how much it makes to make a game?
Definitely more than 1 million.
And promotion and all that shit, they want that shit back. 1 million copies is not good, which is why games like Yokai Watch, right? Who remembers Yokai Watch? Sold really well the first game. It sold really well the first game, but the moment it kept coming out, and they stopped seeing it a lot more, they started selling less.
Yeah.
And it's like,
I think 3 would have been great, but I'm here for it. Continue.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, why would I put these flopping game things when I can just put them in Smash Bros? Give them a spirit, you know. Give them a soundtrack or so. Get the shit. Fuck it. Get the main character and put him in this game. Fuck it. You know what I'm saying? You know how many people are excited. I honestly think Smash Bros is the reason why Metro Prime 4 will sell good.
Yes.
Why? What's the reasoning behind that?
Metro Prime hasn't had a game in the last 15, 20 years at this point. Most of the people that have played the game are either our age either between yours and my age, and to appeal to the bigger audience. Remember, they kept Samus in Smash Brothers. Smash Brothers sells hotcakes. Kids love Smash. We love Smash, and that representation via Samus is gonna reciprocate into Metroid Prime 4 sales, because now what they can do, and this is where they're gonna get you. Watch this shit. They're gonna announce Metroid Prime 4. They're gonna give you a release date, give you a whole trailer, and they're gonna give you the HD collection, and it's gonna be all the original games on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. See, if they do that, I'm sold.
No, exactly.
I've been waiting for the Tron trilogy for a while just to drop on.
And
Switch,
I mean,
so if they do that, I'm sold.
I mean, just look at Fire Emblem. Didn't nobody know what the hell a Fire Emblem was before?
Fire Emblem was a flopping series
Smash.
before Awakening.
Yeah.
And Fire Emblem literally only had its representation in Smash. It sold. Smash sells hotcakes, and niggas only knew Fire Emblem because of Smash. Fire Emblem was a flopping series, and it was until Awakening that game series has ever received any type of like big ass notoriety.
And I mean, if they was to reboot Punch Out, that shit would sell like hotcakes.
Oh, I buy Punch Out.
Niggas love Lil Mac.
I think because I think if they were to make if they were to, I don't know, they could do some shit. They can make that bitch a lot more appealing to the newer mainstream. That's the whole purpose. You have to streamline these older games now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, you can turn Punch Out into like the fit ring thing. You know, the Joy-Cons. Come on now. Yeah. Like that's it. That's literally it. And that's my thing. Like I feel like, you know, I understand people like to bash these other companies and shit, and they like to ride all these other game companies. But like every game company has their own like niche and their own expertise, which is why them working together is important. Like, right. Remember when Minecraft, it was literally just the Nintendo Switch and the Xbox, and niggas were outrageous at Sony. Like, why the fuck are you doing this? Why? Like, we get it. Like, you need to, like, people were like, oh, you shouldn't have to be exclusive anymore, yada, yada. And it's like, Sony, I actually understood why Sony said no. But at the same time, for games like Minecraft and Fortnite and those cross-platform titles, they need to be favored in a lane like that, where it's like, you have to give us what we want. Otherwise, we're not supporting you on anything else. Right. But to bring this back around to the actual topic.
Sorry.
What does having your own platform to, you know, announce games, get hype around, you know, your system, what does that do for E3? Like how would E3 adapt to these companies backing out? Because let's be honest, like E3 is a fucking snooze fest without Sony, without Microsoft, because I mean, like Square Enix is still a thing. I mean, EA is still a thing. Who else has a big presentation? Devolver Digital, everybody loves that because they have found their little niche, little thing, you know, to do every year, which is really dope. I absolutely enjoy Devolver Digital every time they come on. But like without the big three there, what really is E3?
You ready for it?
I'm ready.
You ready?
Yeah.
PAX South.
Come on, man.
Now, a lot of you are gonna be confused what I mean by that. PAX South, they've turned PAX South into a indie convention where anybody can pay however much money you want, and it'll be a couple of main titles here and there, but it's mostly indie.
It's mostly indie, yeah.
Yeah.
And you get a lot of that, like between the PlayStation and the Nintendo and the Microsoft, you get a lot of indie.
And I mean, hey, y'all wanna pay $1,000 for a convention that you're only gonna be there for 3 days? That's not included your hotel.
I don't. I know I don't.
I'm not. I told myself I'm not going to E3 unless they invite me out. It's not happening. Because E3 is dead. E3 is dying.
Yep.
It's cool to be up It's cool to be up at like 7, 8 o'clock at night in a Discord call. See what the fuck Square Enix got going on, because every time they get on, they deliver. It's cool, And since Sony's backed out the last 2 years, hey, I don't know, dog. It's spooky out here because Microsoft.
Yeah.
If Microsoft, the craziest plotters in the world, what if Microsoft comes back with the punches? They like, fuck it, nigga.
Bro, if I honestly think, I think that's what's gonna happen. I think Microsoft really does have a solid piece of equipment with the Series X. Hopefully, they have the software to back it up.
Man, fuck that.
That's the only problem.
Hopefully
That's
they have the
literally
game.
only problem. That's what I'm saying.
Software and games are two different things, dog.
Come on, man.
Nah, run that shit, nigga. Hopefully they have the games.
If they have the games
problem.
to back it
That's
up,
the fucking
yeah.
issue, my nigga. Everything on Xbox you can play on PC,
So
and 10 times better. Literally.
You're not wrong on the PC and Xbox thing, because that's the reason I didn't want to buy an Xbox when they first came out, because I already beat on PC. But I think after, because did you guys hear that Dying Light 2 got pushed back?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So what I think Xbox is doing, because we don't, from what I've looked at, we don't have a lot of Xbox exclusive titles that are having their announced or release dates announced or anything like that. We don't really have anything to look forward to with Xbox One as of right now. I think they're saving all the stuff they're working on for launch titles for the Xbox Series X or the X, whatever they're calling it. I think they're saving their launch titles or the games for launch titles, because the last 2 generations, when PS4 dropped, we didn't have shit. When Xbox One dropped, we didn't have shit. Sunset Drive was okay, but it had a lot of wonky issues in the beginning. So for all of that to be there, I think we're coming to an understanding with the game companies where they understand they need games.
They know what they're doing
have the most
too.
powerful fucking system in the world. If you don't have any games that I want to play, I'm never buying your system.
Exactly. They know what they're doing too. Like, I'm pretty sure everybody's aware of that. I'm pretty sure Sony especially is aware of that.
Yeah, and you know what I think about Microsoft? I think Microsoft has pushed themselves so far into this corner of,
Media.
of media, and they push themselves into a corner of, if I can just, why would I buy this if I could just play it on PC?
Mm-hmm.
Like, nobody can really say that about Sony. You know what I'm saying? Because if you look at Microsoft, Halo's on PC now, Gears is on PC now.
And that Game Pass ain't helping it.
Game Pass.
Nah, especially now. I just found out that Final Fantasy 15 been sitting on Game Pass the whole time. I bought that.
And I see that, Microsoft and Nintendo, they've been getting, buddy,
Mm-hmm.
So I think the only way that they can push themselves out of this little corner that they backed them in is to partner with Nintendo to bring some Nintendo IPs to the Xbox. That's literally the only way that they can back themselves out of this corner, because if that's the case, all you got to do is just go buy a RTX 2020 and you got an Xbox Series X.
Yeah.
That's it. Because it's just like, why would I buy this little piece of hardware when my supercomputer rig can do the exact same thing and better? It doesn't make any sense. Right. There's got to be some type of exclusivity. There's got to be some type of hook. There's got to be some type of, I think I just said it, but something to get me to buy this aside from my PC. Because let's just be honest. If we're talking like future tech, how much are you really just going to spend on a console by itself? You got the console, you need games, you need something to play it on. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. With all this new technology, the ray tracing shit coming out, the 4K and all that, you're definitely gonna have to buy stuff to get the bang for your buck. So why would I buy this new console, a new 4K TV, 8K TV, all that, when I could just build a computer that does it all for the same price?
Big fact.
Literally the same price.
That's where Xbox has been living at. Microsoft has had to deal with that for the last console decade. Yeah. The moment they said, "Hey, everything on Xbox is on PC," all right, I don't need an Xbox. What do I need one for?
Don't need an Xbox. And the only thing that's really keeping them afloat right now is
Windows.
Yeah. It's really just the PC. The PC is keeping them afloat. I mean, Windows, of course, yeah, for Microsoft. I mean, they have peripherals and all that kind of stuff. Like, the company's not going away, but the gaming side, the hardware gaming side, it ain't looking too good for you, Chief. It's not. But I mean, Microsoft will be okay. But it's just like you have a whole franchise, a whole brand that is going towards it's eating itself.
Basically.
You know? It's eating itself, and they have to do something very spectacular in order to get themselves out of this rut. But I think they're in too deep now, because they have 100% integrated Xbox with PCs, and I don't think there's a way out from that. Like, how do you come back from that from a hardware standpoint? You can't.
Yeah,
you would have to appeal to people who just hate PCs. How many people are how many people are like that?
Especially when kids find out that you can, when kids find out your PC is better than the console, that they don't want that shit no more. I told Brendan, I said, I'm gonna get you a computer when you're older. He's like, why? I said, because you can play all these games for free. He's like, no,
exactly.
You can't. Yes, you can.
No.
Yes, you can.
And you've got this entire other library just sitting on your computer. Like, come on, man. Why would I go out and buy me an Xbox Series X? It just does not make sense.
That's when they bust up the fucking Halo, the new
I
Halo.
want the Xbox. Nah, bro, the Halo is on fucking PC now.
The new Halo, I would say Halo gonna be Halo
Infinite. Yeah, Halo Infinite's gonna be on the Series X, but watch this.
It's gonna Game Pass.
It's gonna be on Game Pass, and Xbox Series X ain't gonna sell as much as they think it is. Well, it's gonna have a big boom at the start. And then it's gonna drop off.
I think
they're gonna be like,
the big boom is gonna be
put Infinite on PC,
because they're gonna sell out of consoles. Both PlayStation and Xbox are definitely gonna sell out.
Yeah, it happens. It happens every cycle.
Every new generation.
So that'll be
every new generation. It happens.
Right there. If they sell out of all the consoles they've given out, that's definitely gonna be their profit.
Well, I mean, yeah, but you want the long term too, because Sony definitely has the long term.
You don't have, you know. I mean, Sony's in that same situation though. They would end up not having the consoles in stock or whatever the case may be. Like, it'd be the same exact thing.
Tell me how many PS4s sold versus Xbox Ones this Black Friday. I know for a fact that PS4s were sold out everywhere. I could literally go and get an Xbox One anywhere. I couldn't find a PS4 to save my life. Now, whether that's supply and demand, I don't know. But the demand for PS4s were way higher than the Xbox Ones. So you tell me who's really about to be shaking in their boots this new console generation? It's got to be Microsoft.
Nintendo's good. They got Breath of the Wild 2, Bayonetta 3.
They have Breath of the Wild 2. They have
whatever Pokemon wants to do. You got to remember, there's two things Pokemon can do right now. It's either another new generation, or the remakes, or a sequel.
Bro, not even that. Not even that. They have the Switch Pro coming up, and the entire handheld market. That's something. That's something.
Mobile. Remember, they're getting into that.
That's something neither Sony or Xbox have. They don't have a mobile market. Nintendo will be fine no matter what till the end of time, because they have that mobile market. Yeah. Until Microsoft or Sony can come up with a Switch handheld killer, Nintendo's got that. They're good. They're not going anywhere.
So are we saying the Switch,
so the problem?
So are we saying the Switch won already?
Switch definitely won. Yeah, Switch definitely won. But the problem is, you can see Sony over here. They've got Ghost of Tsushima. They've got, The Last of Us. They've got these really, really good titles that will never, ever, ever see the light of day on a PC. They have that exclusivity. Microsoft doesn't.
Right.
So that leaves Microsoft in this little gray area of, they're spending all this money on the Xbox Series X, and they're going to be promoting it, but nobody's gonna buy it because why would I do that when I could just play everything on my PC
for free.
Yeah.
for free? That's what happened.
Or it's $2 a month.
That's what happens when you have a computer company that makes consoles. You heard what I just said, right? A computer company that makes consoles. That doesn't make any sense. Now, when they first started out with, the original Xbox, the Xbox 360, they were good. They were solid. They were golden because the PC hadn't caught up with what the Xbox and the 360 was doing. It hadn't. But now you can literally just go out and you can even get one of the budget cards and it's going to do the exact same thing an Xbox is going to do.
Yep.
So you can go to Walmart, spend
it doesn't make business. It doesn't make business sense. It just doesn't. Now, I could be wrong. Microsoft may have an ace up their sleeve with this Series X, but from what I'm looking at, from what their track record shows, I ain't seeing shit. I'm not seeing anything. So Microsoft definitely has some deep research to do. They have to step up their game because we looking at a Sega situation.
Nah, relax. Whoa.
No, we're looking at a Sega situation.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah.
Yes.
Just dead.
We're looking at a Sega situation. The only reason why I say it now, because in this climate, it's not about the bigger guns. Because in the old climate, it definitely was. Because PlayStation 2 came out, and it was like, oh shit.
No, PlayStation
2 came out. S Stamina broke the fuck out of Sega.
That was done. That was it.
What the fuck just happened?
What's a PlayStation?
Right.
PlayStation 2 was ahead of its time.
So with the Xbox Series X coming out, the power ain't gonna get it. The power is not gonna get it.
I better have some games lined up.
You gotta have games, you gotta have exclusivity, and you have to have a hook, man. Because if we're really talking about power, PlayStation has all the power. PlayStation definitely has all the power because the power. First of all, the power is in exclusivity. But I mean, how much better can you get than a PS4? You know what I'm saying? You really got to wrap your head around what our PS4s can do right now. How do you get better than that
from a console?
From a console, how do you get better than that? And I honestly do believe, like from what they showed, that shit looks amazing. It looks great.
The PS5 is gonna be groundbreaking.
But the PS5, when you have a console like that, the PS5 is gonna do great simply because of what Sony has already established
and promised. They've done a good job at delivering just good game and good experience. And
Microsoft doesn't have any of that. What can you say about Microsoft to where they just have to be the console to have? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't say anything about Microsoft like that. Sony's got it. Nintendo's got it. Where is Microsoft in all this? They need to step their shit up. And I don't see how. Go ahead.
What's funny about all that though is that you were talking about how when Microsoft had the regular Xbox and the Xbox 360, they were they were at the top. I feel like
they were kings.
I feel like personally when the original Xbox was around, the PS1 was better, but when the 360 came out, that's when they completely took everything by storm. But that goes to our next topic is what was the worst gaming generation of the last 20, 30 years?
We're going that far back? That's like a whole generation at that point.
Y'all see how did I transition?
Oh my gosh.
I like it.
We party, nigga! Yeah!
Did you write these down?
Yeah, nigga. We are here. We are here, nigga. the worst gaming generation, because now you know, not when we were talking about like Mikey said, you know, the Xbox, the original Xbox, the original 360. We're talking about Xbox One, and then we look at PS4. You know, and we see how groundbreaking the PS2 was, and then look at Nintendo with the Wii. The Wii U was fucking out of this world. You know,
The Wii U was,
yeah. And then the N64 for when it came out was one of the best consoles of that generation.
Mm-hmm.
It went up against the fucking Dreamcast and what else was out? What else was out at the time? It was. I wish I had that image. Hold on.
The what? What were you saying?
Gaming generations, consoles. Hold on. The N64. Who did the N64 battle?
Oh, the PS1.
No, it didn't.
PS1 was nice.
Yeah, it was 1-1 PS1.
Yeah, PlayStation 1 and 64.
Because I remember I had a PlayStation. My brother was in California, and my dad had bought him a 64, and my grandfather had bought me a PlayStation. And I just remember he you know, my brother we were shit talkers, so he was like, man, I don't need no damn PS1 old block character and all that kind of shit. But
that boy was mad about it.
Oh, he was mad. But yeah, the Nintendo 64 directly competed against the PS1.
They lost that.
Oh yeah, for sure. But just from, I don't know, man. This is a tough question to answer, because you really have to put your nostalgia glasses on for this one.
I think off.
I think the nostalgia glasses have to actually be on for this one, because you really can't compare the generations on a 1-in-1 level. Obviously, the PS4 is beating out the NES. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But if you really think about it, what was your fun factor? What's the game that made you go, bro, this is my shit right now? You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, it definitely was the SNES era, because that's when games were they weren't bad, they weren't ugly, they were just getting into the 2D era of
Gumaki's showing his age.
Creativity. Have you played the original Yoshi's Island? That game was beautiful. That game was beautiful.
I don't like it.
On Super Nintendo.
Well, look, Yoshi's Island as a game is already perfect, so let's not even bother with that, dog.
And that's what I'm saying. That game made you be like, bro, this is it. It can't get no better than this. What can top this? You know what I'm saying? Just the sheer animation and the graphics alone of, you know, the game at that time.
Mm-hmm.
It was enough to be like, bro, like, where do we go from here? Obviously, we took a couple more steps,
right?
But you gotta, when you put those nostalgia glasses on, it's just like you gotta weigh the fun factor, you gotta weigh the graphics and how you felt at that time, in order to, you know, come to a decision on what really was the best console generation. I would definitely have to say the Super Nintendo Sega Genesis area. That's just personally my favorite.
I'd say that's a strong platform for them to stand on, right? Because that's when you, just like you said, you started to get really creative with stuff. That's when you started to see innovations.
That's when the gaming industry knew they had something. Yeah. That's because, you know, the NES and the Sega Master System, both of those were, you know, those were test trials. Those were the trial. You know what I'm saying?
But if I'm being completely honest, though, I'd probably, and we're talking about the generation, so like everything in the generation, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, hands down, that's got to go to PS2, GameCube for me. They just, you mentioned the most fun.
Agreed.
Like that's where it is, dude.
I think
because PS2, I can still play all my PS1 games. I had all the GameCube shit. I still had new PS2 games. The Xbox before it was the 360 was still pretty popular, no matter how clunky of a box it was. It still had all the hot Xbox titles at the time. I'm not a huge
what?
guy, but
You're absolutely fucking right. I take my statement back.
I think in order to find the worst console generation, you definitely have to find the best.
Yeah.
But the best would have to go to PS2, GameCube, and Xbox, and even the Sega Dreamcast. Those games, those systems, that era of video games, was breathtaking. The PS2's library itself should tell you what that generation was, you know. And even in the GameCube, some of Nintendo's best video games are on the GameCube.
Yes.
Literally. And all the GameCube games are just better versions of the N64 games.
yeah.
And that's
And
telling you
pretty
a
much
lot.
like we're dipping into that territory with the Switch right now. We're already gotten the major ports from the Wii U. They run and look way better than what they've done on the Wii U. They've
I
given
still
us
need Wind Waker.
Yeah, we still haven't gotten Wind Waker or any of the Zelda games for that matter. We still need Twilight, Skyward, and Wind Waker.
Well, I think Skyward Sword is going to be the next remaster.
I
If
think
we
that's
get
what we're gonna
Skyward
get for the Zelda
Sword,
game this year.
If we get a complete remap of all the controls for Skyward Sword,
Ooh, that's going to be one of the best Zelda games.
Yeah.
that would
hands
probably be
down.
one of the
Yeah.
best
I
Zelda
keep
games. Hell yes.
telling people, like, Skyward Sword, if you take away the gameplay aspects, the world is beautiful. The graphics at the time are beautiful, but if you run that bitch on the Switch,
Yes.
Yes.
That
I've even
bitch
been
would-
thinking
that
about
bitch would
trying
be
to run it on
fire.
the emulator for the computer
Mm.
because they've done all these kinds of mods and whatnot to just make it run smooth as fuck. Like that game is gorgeous.
it's gonna be so fun. But I think if we're gonna give the definitive best era, the PS2, if anything, leading the charge of that era is probably the one for me, because the PS2, I'm sorry, dog. That library alone should stand as a testament as to what that generation was for a lot of people. And even then, like, I look at the GameCube for people who were Nintendo only people. You know, they had Luigi's Mansion, they had Sonic Adventure 2, they had Mario Sunshine.
A lot of variety.
They had Wind Waker. Then they also had Twilight Princess. They also had the Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask when they put those over. They also had Animal Crossing. They also had Harvest Moon.
Sunshine.
They had shit, all the cult classics like Wario's World. A lot of like foundation for Nintendo's now was made in the GameCube, I feel.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's always been a nostalgia-driven company, but the nostalgia, I feel, for modern-day society is from the GameCube, hands down. Because all the people who were around for the N64 were, like, you know, around y'all age areas. And it'd be like, y'all are still here, obviously, but then, like, it's like, okay, y'all were able to see where they went with after the 64, and then here we are, people around my age and shit, that are like, oh, shit, the GameCube, nigga.
Yeah.
Here's the Switch. Oh,
I mean,
shit.
Just look at Smash. Look at the influence the GameCube had on Smash. Like nobody's fucking toting around Nintendo 64 controllers because that was the best thing to play Smash on. No, it was the GameCube. GameCube has followed Smash throughout its entire life after Melee.
Yep.
And if we want to, and if we
insane.
want to be real, let's talk about influence on the PS2. The PS4.
That controller design barely
Watch
changed
this. Watch
since.
no. Watch this.
The best design.
Who has the? I don't know if anybody has the PS1 controller. There's a humongous difference between the PS1 controller and the PS2 controller.
I have the
Which
classics
PS1
upstairs.
controller? The one with the analog sticks or the one without?
No, the analog sticks for the PS1.
Okay.
Oh, I don't have the one with the analog sticks, but
The
yeah.
PS2 controller has been the staple for Sony since it came out. Literally, this is dead ass a PS2 controller with
A fucking
this.
touchpad,
with this. You know what's supposed to
the
be right.
touchpad.
You know what's supposed to be right here.
empty space and logo.
Start, select,
Start,
and the
select.
logo. Literally, that's what that's supposed
I
to be.
think this is the most perfect version. DualShock 4 is just,
DualShock 4 is amazing.
Oh, I
DualShock is
feel
like
so good.
like literally that's it. Like, and even Xbox literally didn't start. Xbox Foundation was in the bro. Look at that. That's Xbox One,
yeah, this is Xbox One.
and that's the next generation afterwards.
I hate the fucking controller for the original Xbox, bro.
I do too. That shit is ass.
Oh, the Fat Boy. Yeah,
that shit is
yeah.
ass. The 360 was fire. I think 360 is
I'm
the best
walking around
controller
with
they
a
got.
goddamn microwave in my hand.
I think 360 is the best controller they got on their belt. But no, that's the thing
I
about it.
the
Like
Xbox One more than the 360, but I definitely feel you. Like,
I
it's
find the
same design,
Xbox
just a little
One is like a lot more like, while it may be perfect for like inputs and shit like that, it's like big and bulky. Like you're holding that ass
see,
a pad.
That's why I like it though, is because it as I got older, my hands got bigger.
I
Yeah, it
feel
just
that.
depends
They
on the
fit
size of
better
your
in
hand.
my
But
hand. Yeah.
but I really do believe the PS4 it's got the best fit. It's very comfortable, and it just feels right.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like, bro, as
100%.
soon as fucking Steam allowed they put the stuff in for the PS4 controller, I was like, oh yeah, it's time, bro. I'm about to use all these collections from my PS4 controllers that I got. I'm playing on my computer with a PS4 controller. Because I
But
have the
all these,
Xbox One Elite,
but
but I
all
like the
these,
PS4 way better.
all these like a stat like the nostalgia that every single game company has been trying to tap into started
Came
in
from-
that generation.
Yep.
It did.
Literally, like
I
there's
100% changed my opinion. I do,
literally.
because like look at the Dreamcast. Like the Dreamcast was such a phenomenal piece of hardware.
This coming from the Fantasy Star Online
Yup.
guy.
No, the Dreamcast and the PS2 were
It
ahead of their
was-
time.
Yeah,
Literally.
literally
I'm not
the
disagreeing with you at
first-
all. I'm just saying, like, you're the
It was-
Fantasy Star guy, so that
Yeah.
is where your game came from.
Hell yeah. It's the first home console to ever go online. That is groundbreaking.
Yeah.
Literally. It's-
Fat ass Ethernet cables in the back.
They were telephone cables. It wasn't even Ethernet. It was telephone. Every time I hopped on PSO, I was taking up the phone line. Every
fuck
time
the
somebody
phone.
called, it would kick me off. But
What I would do when I
Just
was
think-
a kid, I would straight up unplug the phone altogether. So
oh,
like,
I did too. Definitely.
I'm never getting
Definitely.
Nobody was getting the
Yeah,
was getting the
no,
calls.
Nobody's getting
And the
calls.
best time to do it was when you got in trouble at school, so you knew they were gonna fucking call your folks or whatever with that dumbass automated message. Your son has missed first, second, third, and fourth period. Nah, we not getting no calls today, bro. I'm playing the Sega.
Hell yeah. But nah, Dreamcast was, Marvel's Capcom 2. The first time I ever played JoJo's Bizarre Adventure.
I didn't get into JoJo's back then, so I had no idea.
Street Fighter Alpha 3.
Skies of Arcadia
I mean,
and the
playing
Dreamcast.
Guys of
too.
Arcadia, bro.
Skies of Arcadia.
I'm telling you, like Dreamcast was
That's the best
probably-
generation, hands down.
Yeah,
So,
definitely.
so now it's the question, which one's the worst?
All right, so if we're going into the worst and we're going 20, 30 years back, I'm omitting the original because off the bat I'd say that's the worst.
Y'all ready for
And
it?
I'm omitting the second one. The
ready?
Oh, it's definitely this generation.
yes.
This generation is
But
definitely the
it's very
worst.
specific though, right? It's very, very specific. PS4 isn't like the PS4 is obviously the best out of the bunch.
It's the
but
best.
Xbox
but the
One and
generation-
Wii U are just like they tanked the whole generation as a whole.
It's the worst. I mean, the PS4 is it's good.
They're great
but
consoles, but
as
game
far
wise,
as holding my attention with the games that are coming out, no, it doesn't.
Yep.
Can't hold a candle to any of the past generations.
So
It can't.
PS4, Wii U, and Xbox One are the worst generations for y'all?
That's the worst
Yes.
generations for me. Cause I was gonna say, right? I was gonna say the PS3 era, because PS3 for me, it wasn't the greatest. Like they had some games, but I can only remember playing fighting games and Demon Souls, maybe a couple other things. I wasn't a huge guy on Uncharted, so I just didn't give a fuck about the PS3. And if I'm not mistaken, God of War had one that was God of War 3's time period where or no, yeah, I'm right. God of War 3 came out on PS3.
Mhm.
So that was like the other big hitter, but everything else between that, I just wasn't paying attention to. The Wii was okay. It was, innovative for whatever they were doing at the time.
Oh, the
compared to
Wii was fucking groundbreaking.
It was, but like game wise,
Wii
that's
Sports.
just me personally.
I saw you guys.
I wasn't a
saying Wii
huge
Sports.
fan of like a lot of the games. Wii Sports
Wii
is great.
Sports
I'll
is
play the
right
fuck
there.
out of that, bro. Some bowling. I like that bowling. And then Wii Sports Resort, they had the basketball, dog. I got my dad to play the game.
Me.
That's how I knew what it was. 360 is just great by itself, though. They had everything.
Yeah,
Y'all are gonna
360 was
kill
great.
me.
What are you gonna say, bro?
The worst generation goes to the N64, Sega Saturn, and PlayStation 1.
Bro, I was gonna say.
I
you
feel
should
like
put
they're
the "We'll be right back" meme as soon as you say it.
I don't completely disagree with
I
you.
say that
because
all their games are better on other consoles.
Yes. But we just got through talking about that.
All
though.
their
Like,
games are better on other games.
Well,
Because
think about it.
if you look at the Sega Saturn and the PlayStation, yo, literally go pop in what's that one game that Kami we always be talking about? Fuck. Well, I'm gonna say Judgment.
Okay.
Y'all remember Judgment game, the game from Sega? There's literally an arcade game where you can go play Virtua Fighter. You can play what's that one game? Harrier, whatever the fuck it is, bro.
Mm-hmm.
It's like an entire arcade within the game.
I was gonna say the biggest example of this is Nintendo, actually. Mario 64 as a game is worse than Mario Sunshine. Wind Waker as a game is better than Ocarina of Time, mechanic wise. And Majora's Mask, my nostalgia is there, but Wind Waker is a better game.
I'll be right back.
Go ahead.
You about to go beat his kids ass, dog.
I think for what it is, obviously, you're supposed to evolve past a certain time or whatever.
Yeah.
But I feel like the older games from that generation just get like outshined by their newer versions.
See, and that's what I was saying earlier is like, is that fair to even put that in the contest? Because we already established that the best is that PS2 era, and a lot of those games from 64, Sega, and PlayStation were just remade in the next two eras.
Well, that's my thing, because
all of it.
Most of the PS2 GameCube games are better versions of their last games. It could be dead as some of them reuse models actually from their last outing, and they're still just better. So that's my thing. Like my thing is like we glorify that era of games for dead ass saving time. Most of the games that we played that were like groundbreaking on the PS2 are like reused assets from like older games, just more modernized for that console generation. The whole GameCube big hitters are all, I would argue, HD remasters of their original games. Just mechanically better.
I could definitely agree with that.
So it's like, to completely take what you already have and then make that the reason why people like this generation completely fucks over the last one. It's like, hey, GoldenEye on the 64 is a great game, yes, but GoldenEye on the GameCube is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
So
what I guess what you're saying is by default, because the PS2 era and everything like that's the best, that automatically makes the one before it the worst because the games.
Because look at what
revamped versions.
Yes, because look at what. If you remember, let's really think about it. Let's really talk about it. The last generation, N64, PlayStation, and Sega Saturn, right?
Mm-hmm.
They had plenty of games on there, but you only remember about like 10 of them.
Yeah.
You only remember like N64. It's the exact same titles: Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask, Mario 64, Banjo-Kazooie, Banjo-Tooie, Conkers, GoldenEye. What else is on there? Smash 64. What else? Pokemon Stadium, the Stadium games, and then was the first Animal Crossing?
I'm no help, bro. Animal Crossing was first on GameCube. You're proving your point right now, though.
I literally was just gonna say that. You remember the exact same amount of games there, right? PlayStation 1, right? Mortal Kombat, the whole trilogy.
Okay.
Crash Bandicoot, the whole trilogy.
Okay.
We're talking about the original Grand Theft Autos.
Yeah.
Which were not that good,
Spyros,
first and foremost.
Might as well throw them in there.
What'd you say?
Spyros
as well. We have.
I'm gonna throw you for a loop with like my PS1 games, but Ape Escape. Number one though, because number 2 is on PS2.
Twisted Metal.
Tomba. Twisted Metal. That's a damn good one right there. But you got Tomba. I think 2 came out on PS1 as well. You've got Wonder Boy. I'm pretty sure that was on PS1. If it wasn't on PS1,
you ready for it?
Sega. Yeah.
And we gotta count them.
Digimon.
We gotta count them. The sports games.
Ew.
We gotta count them.
Wait.
We
No.
gotta count them.
Fuck. The NBA game where you could power up the ball and it like catches fire and you do all these crazy ass fucking moves and dunks.
Wasn't that on the PS2?
That was lit. Nah, that was on PS1 first.
That's what I'm saying. We gotta count this. That's the thing about it. We gotta count.
Lit, though.
We gotta count sport games in this conversation. We have to.
This nigga came back with food.
Oh yeah.
He was just eating chips.
Is it church cheat day too? What the fuck going on?
What happened?
Is it church cheat day too?
It's Valentine's Day. It's everybody's cheat day.
I just eat.
Oh.
Nigga, I just eat.
Sure.
I don't put myself on no strict diet.
But that's
what you got, Mikey. Tell us what you got.
You got pizza. That's pizza. This is the Papa
okay.
John's he was talking about.
Yeah, pizza and
did you buy the Papadillo things or whatever?
Fuck no.
Oh, okay. I thought you bought it and then bitched about it because it was already on the way.
No, but Yoku, that's what I'm saying though. The thing about the older generation is you only remember the exact same like 10 that everybody else remembers. Final Fantasy 7.
That was on PS1?
It's PS1, yes. That's a PS1 title.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. The thing about the older generation is you remember the same 10 games from the N64, the PlayStation 1, and the Sega Saturn. Literally.
All right, but hold on. Let me talk about that real quick, right? There were only like 10 games.
No, but Yoku, that's the problem. Because there wasn't.
What?
No, that's the problem. That's what I'm saying.
PS1, I'll give it
that's
to you.
what I'm saying.
PS1 games.
That's what I'm saying, dog. On these older consoles, you remember the exact same 10 games.
Bro,
there are a lot more games on the N64 than the 10 I named you.
How many PS1 games exist? Google, please. 1,300 games for North American released PlayStation game. That's just no way. There's just no way there's 1,300
I'm proving my point. I'm proving my point.
Remember just one.
Look
Bro,
up.
That's they
no. Look up N64. Look up N64. Look up N64. How many N64 games in total?
Hold on. There's just no way. Okay, time out though. You guys, there's this game called Extreme, but it's got a 3 in the front of it. I used to play that shit. That was hot. It had the bikes and shit.
I did too.
That was tight. How many? You said N64?
Mm-hmm. Games are released.
Games. Let me see. 296.
Now remember,
I was closer to the 64 than I was the PlayStation 1.
You were. But remember when I said, when you remember the N64, you remember the exact same games everybody has already played.
Yeah.
The Mario 64s, the Zeldas, the Pokemons. That's it, right? But then you look at the next generation. You look at the next generation, there are a lot more games on the GameCube that you remember. On the PS2, everybody's PS2 memories are different.
Mm-hmm.
Literally. Mm-hmm. A lot of people's favorites franchises and series started in the PS2. That's what I'm saying. If we're called a
game called Arc the Lad.
I heard of it.
All right, I was just trying to test your age. Okay, timeout though. Wait, I know everybody's played this game. You guys remember Army Man?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Why the fuck are there like 10?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It was pretty decent.
But Yoku, that's my thing. We can't count the first 2 generations, sure, right?
Yeah.
But if we're talking about memorability, nigga. The N64 and the PlayStation, I'm telling you only remember the only 10 games from those generations, dog. Meanwhile, they have like damn near 300 fucking games for those consoles. You don't remember that shit though.
Forget these games. Battle Arena Toshinden. I love that game. I played all 3.
That's
Batman Gotham City, Batman Forever. That's on Classic?
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm.
Yo, my homie said he's gonna give me a hack Classic. I'm about to email or message him right now and be like, "Yo, when you trying to drop that off?" Batman and Robin, Batman Beyond. I remember a lot of these games. Beyblade, the original. How can I forget that shit, bro? I played that all the time. What? The original Blade is here. I knew Bloody Roar was on PS1. I knew that wasn't on PS2.
That's all. Is that on?
That's on. Yeah, both 1 and 2 are on PS1. 3 is on PS2.
No. Is that on
never
Classic?
got another one. I think the first one is on Classic.
All
Damn.
right. Well, I think we can agree.
So you So you agree with my point or what?
Yeah, I definitely agree.
I mean, yes and no
100%.
now that I see so Brave Fencer Musashi, I love that shit. Breath of Fire 3, that's better on everything else though. Okay, I agree and I don't. Some of these PS1 games, them being here on PS1 like really made it for an era. You know what I mean? Because it just wasn't, we don't have them anymore.
I mean,
Like
but you
some
still
of these
have to
games
look
might
at the
suck,
rest of
but
the
we don't have them
generation.
anymore. You do have to.
Still gotta
I
look at the rest
agree
of
with
the
that. I agree with that. Damn, I'm hurt, bro. I'm hurt.
I'm telling you, dog.
One's the worst.
Sega
I'm
Saturn was
hurt.
ass.
Exactly. The second, bro. That's proving my point more. If you remember, only 10 games from the N64 and the PlayStation, and the Sega Saturn was a historical flop. That generation was fucking ass.
Damn.
Literally. At least you can find some type of like favorite or some type of like at least the Wii, the PlayStation 3, and the Xbox 360 have some type of variety to them. The N64,
Bro,
you only know
Cool
10
Borders?
games, bro. You only know 10 games. I'm telling you, dog. I'm telling you, that's my worst generation.
Bro, we had Cool Borders. We had Snow Kids. Okay, Snow Kids is my shit. I don't care what nobody says.
SSX is right there, dog.
SSX is
Nah,
right
fuck
there.
that. Snow Kid,
Fuck you
I like
mean?
Snow Kids
SSX
way
was
better.
gas, huh?
SSX was great.
You've
Don't
never
get me
been
wrong.
snowboarding, dog, and it shows.
Yeah, we're going in Colorado though, so it doesn't matter.
Okay, sure.
Yeah, see, you got Colorado trip, boy. Yeah.
I'm not going.
Dave
So
Mir's freestyle BMX game?
do you agree or disagree with me?
Damn, I'm going through a nostalgic thing right now, man. I can't agree.
You
Only
can't. I'm
because
telling
of
you,
outside
Ioku,
of
bro.
nostalgia. Okay, outside of nostalgia, I'll give it to you. But like, bro, we had Detective Barbie Mystery Cruise on the PS1. Come on, man.
I'm gonna keep it a
Alright,
beam with
tripping,
you. I'm gonna
man.
keep it a beam with you. They had this PlayStation Underground demo. It had like the Monsters Inc. game, the Barbies
Yeah.
game. It had the Looney Tunes game. It had it had the very first Siphon Filter game
Yo,
demo.
them Looney Tunes games be smacking.
Fat boy, them
Yes.
bitches bang. And I want you to know,
Yes.
I want you to know, and I gotta keep it being with you. I've had more fun playing the PlayStation Underground demos than I have anything else in the PlayStation 1 that wasn't Mortal Kombat
Damn.
and Crash. Literally. But that's my issue. My issue is those games you just do not know exist. Minus the 10 that you know about.
And like looking through this list, right? There's so many games that I know I've owned, and I just completely forgot about them. Driver, I fucking hate that game, by the way, but.
And if
Driver.
if we're going back to the old generation, like Mikey just said, we got to talk fun value, what's memorable to you, and what you know what I'm saying. Like there's so many factors to it. I'm sorry, that generation is bad to me. I can go back and play them bitches like it's, but that's just me.
Yeah, yeah.
But if we're looking at it
Overall,
yeah, it's important though. That game generation is important. It is. But if we compare it, it's not it, bro.
I
When niggas don't know half of your library except for the PlayStation Underground demos, come on, dog. That should tell you something.
case in point, you got Metal Gear Twin Snakes.
Yeah.
Come on, man. You really gonna tell me that the Twin Snakes version is more terrible than the original? Hell no.
And that's my thing. Some of the best games of all time are on the generation after that.
Yeah.
Damn. We had Grandia.
You gotta give it to me, Yoko. I'm sorry. You gotta give it to me, dog.
Bro, they had the first Guilty Gear.
You gotta give it to me, dog. You gotta give it to me, dog. You gotta give it to me, bro. I'm sorry, dog. You gotta give it to me, bro.
Guilty Gear on the PS1 was trash.
Mikey, do you change your opinion, Mikey?
I definitely do.
Hooters Road Trip. Tell me that's not the best game of the generation, bro. Hooters Road Trip?
The best games from PlayStation 1, it's either a tie between Final Fantasy 7, I would say Chrono Trigger, but Chrono Trigger was on
Chrono Trigger was on the previous one, 64, right?
I think it was Super Nintendo. That was Super Nintendo.
Super Nintendo.
Oh,
Yeah,
Super
yeah,
Nintendo.
SNES,
So I take
SNES,
that back. So on the PlayStation 1, it was either Crash, Mortal Kombat, the trilogy, or uh I'm proving my point here, by the way.
I mean,
Damn, you had
mine
Legend of
was
Dragoon.
Mega
Legend
Man
of Dragoon
Legends.
you could probably throw in there too.
Legend of Dragoon is fire.
Yeah, Legend of Dragoon is definitely one of the best.
But
Mega Man Legends.
notable ones.
Yeah, Mega Man Legends and
Marvel versus
Marvel versus Capcom. Yeah.
So you agree with me,
That's
Yoku? What's
that's
up?
what I most notably played.
Yoku, what's up, dog? Come on, bro.
Bro, we had Mega Man X4.
You know I'm right, dog. You know I'm right, bro. You know I'm right, bro.
Well, we got Mega Man X Collection now.
Well, yeah, but we ain't talking about right now.
But
Man,
that's his point,
I'll
though.
give it to
Like,
you.
they play better on other systems. And we definitely had an X Collection on the GameCube.
Which was way better which is way better gameplay than the originals were.
You know we don't have
played on the GameCube controller,
bro. Some of these games I just want back.
As you were speaking, I was putting my hands up. Yo, give it to me, dog. I'm here.
I said it already. I said yeah.
Yes, Lord. I am king. I am him. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. It sucks though, cause I mean, shit.
NFL Blitz. That's when you can break a nigga's back. I don't even like sports games, but I played the fuck out of Blitz.
I played the fuck out of Blitz, dog. That
yes.
shit was fun. And there was a surefire way to get a fumble.
Yeah, you push that motherfucker over. What you mean?
No. You when you do your return kick, you do a return onside kick, and then you kick it as closest to you as you can. And as soon as they pick it up, you hit the tackle button and they fumble immediately.
Oh damn, you out here cheating.
Hey, it's in the game.
You right. Damn, dog.
Another dub for the books, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. Not bad.
All right.
Not bad.
Looney Tunes racing.
I guess we can get to the last topic before we answer these questions. And it's Yoku's topic, actually. I'm gonna let him lead that. Goku, go ahead, play boy.
I'm tired of I'm just playing. Anyway, so all right, I just don't like it. I guess I'm gonna start with that. I don't like, and I don't even know how to explain it. I don't have a word for it. I don't like fostered growth. I think there's a better way to say it. I think I finally figured out how to say it the way I want to. I don't like fostered growth. And what I'm referring to, for those that are listening, content creation, Twitch, YouTube, even podcasting, whatever, anything that pertains to a matter of growing, and not even looking at it from just like a smaller perspective, but you got so many people out there who complain on the daily. We were just talking about it in the last podcast when it came to the nappy coming back situation, and how we had certain folks saying that other content creators deserve what nappy has earned or whatever, based on viewership and subs and support and community and blah 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 blah. And all of that can just be given away. You know, if Nappy had I don't know, what would you call a mini Nappy Junior? If Nappy had a Nappy Junior on the platform out of nowhere, he could just give the entire Nappy Nation to him. No questions about it whatsoever. And that person is now making money. That person is now like living large, just bank. And I'm not a fan. I think there's a huge difference between natural growth, natural collaboration, natural, I don't even want to use the word hard work, just natural methods of going about it, compared to just having something given to you. And it really gets under my skin. I don't like it. I don't know. But I wanted to bring that up because I want to hear the both of y'all's opinion on that, on how you feel about natural growth versus something that's kind of just given to you.
You want to go first, Mikey, or you want me to? I can go on my rants if you want.
No, because I know you're gonna go for a whole 3 hours. So let me get my little 2-minute rant out the way.
All right,
Bro, we
bitch.
gotta run back to Paris.
I like to talk. Leave me alone, bro. It's a podcast.
Yo, Afro was right.
You're just like, you're exactly the same.
Yo, it doesn't matter.
It's all good. I know how to articulate myself. It's fine.
All right. So when we're talking about foster growth, you have to, first of all, look at the person that it's being bestowed upon.
Mm-hmm.
And then you have to look at the person who's giving out the clout, I would say. Honestly, it depends on where it comes from, because say for instance, a makeup channel shouts out a video game channel.
That's not gonna do so much.
What's a video game channel gonna do with makeup channel subs?
Well, so that's a little bit different, right? Because
Is it?
I would imagine, so in that particular situation, I would imagine hypothetically the makeup channel is they just like video games and they're like, yo, this person does really cool shit. I like them. You should go check them out. Because a lot of times that happens. There's so many content creators that are on platform that not, ironically or coincidentally is the word, nonchalantly, they just do it naturally. They shout out somebody because they just happen to be a fan of their content. I think that's a little bit different than like okay, like for instance, right, like your daughter, let's say she starts up a YouTube channel or whatever, and you give her all your, did you play Dragon Ball Legends or wasn't it? It was fusions. You just gave all your fusion shit. So everything that you, and let's just say you kept doing content creation like up to this point. So you are the fusion YouTuber and you just straight up, you give everything to her, you know? And so now she's put into a situation where she has to play fusions, or maybe she doesn't have to play fusions. Maybe she likes it, you know, whatever. Point being that you just give her fusions. Everybody from your community is now in her community, and now y'all are just there together.
Well, the thing is, you have to think about, these are people. You know what I'm saying? They have particular tastes. They have particular things that they like about me. Now, if they were to go to her channel just off the strength of my recommendation, that's fine. But ultimately, it's their decision to stay. So now, whether they stay or not, that is the question that we should be asking ourselves. So with this fostered growth, whether she can keep them or not, that's totally on her. So if, say for instance, I do that and she gets, say, I don't know, 5,000 subscribers, but the number doesn't mean anything if the views aren't there.
Yeah.
Because I currently have a 16,000 channel with 100 views per day. I mean, I haven't uploaded. I'm not doing anything with it right now. But that's my analogy. So it just depends on if she keeps on going, and she earned those. If she can earn those subs to match that number, if she can earn the viewership to match the number, that's what we need to talk about, really. So if somebody has, like I say, the nappy, if for all intents and purposes, the nappy sent over the Nappy Nation to my channel, would I be able to keep those subs? Would I be able to keep that view count entertained? And I think that's the difference between grinding on your own and getting your own personal fan base and your personal, subscribers, versus having a raid sent to your channel. You have to keep those people who are sent to your channel. So now the organic growth, for where you just grind in and people just organically come to your channel and they stick around and they have conversations and all that kind of stuff. And that's where you want to put most of your attention to, So let's take Twitch, for example. You get a raid. 9 times out of 10, you're going to see a big ass spike of viewers, and then all them motherfuckers are going to leave.
Yeah.
That's just the nature of the beast. That's the quickest route That's the quickest analogy I could think of for this type of situation. So if you don't hold their attention right away, they're gonna go. But with YouTube, that number just stays because they subscribe, they watch content for a little bit, they find out that this isn't for me, but for whatever reason, people don't like hitting that unsubscribe button. So with that being said, it's not about numbers. It's never been about numbers. It has always been about what you bring to the table and how you can keep your viewers engaged. That's all I got.
Okay. All right. I respect it. I agree. I don't disagree. Before Nick starts, though, I do want to clarify, not against raids and raids of the sort, but I understand, like with your analogy, I understand what you were talking about specifically. Yeah. So
yeah, I mean, I feel like that's the quickest instance of bolstered or fostered viewers or audience, I should say. Sometimes it just works out like that, and sometimes you may have that charismatic spirit to keep them and hold on to them, but 9 times out of 10 the average guy who comes on here usually just has 12 viewers, and he's just doing it for the fun of it, doing it for the hell of it. He gets a big ass raid out of nowhere, and the only thing he does is just look up, oh, got like 500 people in here, hey everybody. And then he continues to do what he does, and he doesn't keep up. I guess he doesn't do anything to try to hold on to these people.
Yeah.
And it's just like, well, I mean, easy come, easy go. That's the way I look at it. All right, okay. You got it, Nick. Okay.
Everybody text their significant others and loved ones. You ain't going.
Well, to be honest, I'm gonna keep this relatively short. Obviously, to be petty, the Nappy Nation ain't shit. I'm gonna keep it a being with you.
Oh my gosh!
I want to add that. I want to add that first.
You had to say something about it.
Well, no, because it actually, Mikey's point is actually, very, 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 very true when it comes to what good is, and this is a perfect example. I can only use Nappy as an example of fostering growth or giving out fostered growth.
Yeah.
The Nappy Nation, they love Nappy for how loud and boisterous he was, and how energetic and how charismatic he was, right? And let's say, for instance, like me and Nexus are probably the most laid back niggas on the planet, right? We just say a lot of goofy shit and that be it. But we're just relaxed. We don't get loud in our videos. We don't do any of this, You know what I'm saying? So whenever we do collab or whatever, and whenever, he would be the personality that outshines us more because we would be mostly, laid back and chilling shit. He'd be loud as hell. So it'd be like, why would these subscribers who are from this different channel than yours stick around? You know what I'm saying? We look back at the comment section from the Nappy video. Actually, after this podcast is done, they all said, "Hey, we tried watching y'all content. Y'all content was just ass to us." And it's like, wait a minute, that makes a lot of sense now, right? Because now it's like, okay, Nappy, like I said, who's this boisterous person, who is this loud, eccentric, who likes to be all in your face and shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna give my energetic ass subscriber, my fan base, to you, a chill ass dude. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna see it as like, oh, this guy's not entertaining. He can't keep me like he can. You know what I'm saying? And there will be those people that do stick around that maybe do like the chill shit. I've seen a lot of people say, hey, I will subscribe to him, but I just can't help being yelled at. I'm good. I grew out of it. I'm over here to you now. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, that's pretty much like book example of how I ended up finding you in the first place. Like Nappy was blowing up with some shit, did whatever, collabed with you in Nexus, or rather collabed with you, found you. I was like, all right, cool. He doesn't yell at me like a nigga. I'm gonna listen to him. Then you collab with Nexus, like, oh, Nexus like dirty shit too.
That's what I'm saying. Like I think that's why me and Nexus work so well, because we're both chill ass individuals who just say stupid shit.
Yeah.
So we work together. That's why Shady and Nappy's dynamic were so good, because they're originally both loud and charismatic. But the moment you start mixing both of them together, one of them is going to not stick around.
Yeah.
And so now it's like, and to be honest, like most of my subscribers aren't even Nappy Nation niggas. I say like a good, I say like a good like 25, 30%. I say like a good 25, 30% of my fan base are like Nappy Nation niggas. I'm gonna keep it a beam with you. My most popular videos, you gotta like scroll down to even find Nappy. Keep it a buck. You know what I'm saying? And me and him only ever did like 2 or 3 collaborations that aren't Lumio Station in the UCL. You know? But that's the thing though. I remember talking to Nappy a while ago, and one thing I did tell him was the reason why I don't want to do a lot of collabs with you is because, one, I felt like I don't deserve it, because as I'm growing my channel and how he has his shit already established, they just wouldn't interact.
That a lot.
Yeah, they don't interact a lot. They don't interact at all, actually. And 2, because I don't want to be known for you, right?
Yeah.
And however whatever people know me for is whatever people know me for, whatever. I don't care. You know what I'm saying? But I know for me personally, and I remember from having those conversations with him, that I did not want to be known for him, which was why I decided to experiment with other content. Like, go to my most popular videos, right? They're all tutorial videos. They're all experimental videos that not everybody in our circle would make. You see what I'm saying? Because I wanted to have my own shit. I was experimenting with other shit because it was so easy to have a Nappy collaboration. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If I really wanted to, fuck it. Nappy, let's do a co-op every 3 times every year. You know? No. I only have 2 co-ops with Nappy on my channel. You know what I'm saying?
Facts. I feel you.
So that's my thing. Like, my thing is like, it's up to you to keep the people that whoever these people get, because a shout out is a shout out. You know, you can't help a motherfucker shouting you out at all. You know, like if somebody feels that the kindness in their heart, if they're gonna shout you out, they're gonna try to put you on. That just is what it is. But can you keep that shit is the question. And even then, even if they don't follow, even if they do subscribe and they don't watch you anymore, you know, I wouldn't even fault yourself. And a lot of people like to beat themselves over that. You know. That's just how the cookie crumbles. Charges to the game. If people aren't fucking with you, that's fine. Take people that do and rock with it yourself. Fuck them. You know, I unfortunately, and this is gonna suck to say this live on a podcast, but this needs to be said. Unfortunately, I have a lot of Pokemon only people, you know, that are subscribed to me, right?
Yeah.
I haven't uploaded Pokemon anything solo related since Sword and Shield, and before that, since Empyrean. Back in the spring.
Yeah,
those Pokemon only subscribers will have to be dead and get replaced. You know? Yeah. That's the thing about Pokemon. Pokemon, unless you're sticking to only Pokemon, you're not gonna have that much of a good time branching out to other shit. I'm sorry, you're just not. But I will always have a base in Pokemon, so whenever something new comes out, I will come back and return to the shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you
can
dip your toes.
And it'll always do good, but though I'm gonna be uploading whatever I want for the rest of my life now. And those people who are subscribed to me for only Pokemon and only collaborations with Nexus and Supra, they're gonna have to get replaced. They're going to have to, because if they're gonna be only active when those subscribers or when those people are involved, or when that franchise is touched on, I'm going to have to try to optimize my videos, try to extend my reach to other communities, so those people who are there for only one thing can get replaced by people who are there for everything.
Yeah.
It becomes less about the fostered growth and more about the creator it's given to. Like Mikey said, look who's giving it, look who's getting it.
Yeah.
And the perfect example, look at Nappy and look at me. Totally different avenues, really. And the fact that the thing about it is, you will always have people saying your content is ass. You will always have people saying your content is good. The thing about it is, and this is the 101 YouTube 101 advice, Don't listen to neither of them. Make content.
God damn it.
And that's how I feel in the situation. Like, organic growth, it can happen, but it's so rare to happen.
Yeah.
Fostered growth is more common, but it's more rare to keep it and snowball it.
Yeah.
Okay. That I guess that puts it in a different perspective too. It's not like I didn't know that, but it definitely puts it in their perspective in terms of like not understanding it, evaluating it, and then looking at it, you know, from the end game or the mid game instead of just like the abrupt.
But to be honest, the moment you get a shout out is early game.
Oh shit.
Let's keep it a bean. Like, I started YouTube when I was 16 years old, right? Mm-hmm. I was making Chugga Conroy like videos for the first 2 years I ever made YouTube videos, right? I met Nappy, right? And all of our group of friends. I started creating other type of content than I did from Chugga Conroy, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at now. I don't make content the same way I used to. You know? And now I'm taking whatever subs I grew off with Nappy and with Pokemon, and I'm branching out to a whole other demographic. I'm 23. Most YouTubers don't get big till they're like 27, 28. Unless they get really fucking lucky. You know? So it's like, you come on. Like, if anything, I'm in a great position. Take those dead subs, fuck them, you know, and just take the ones that are active and build off that. That's a foundation.
Hey, y'all see that silver play button in the back of his camera right now?
That's a sacred fire, Negro. It's in the past.
Okay.
Hey, when that sacred almighty one come out when I hit a mill, don't say nothing to me at all.
All right.
But no, that's what I'm saying. Like my thing is like, it's what you do with that boost that determines how you will last in something in a creative space.
Yeah.
Because the boost is just the beginning. You know, now it's time to snowball the boost. Now it's time to keep it. Now it's time to take it and do your own thing with it. Now it's time to expand and reinvent, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So it matters, but at the same time, shit, nowadays it's hard for organic growth to happen unless you're doing something trendy.
Yep.
Like popping cheeks on the camera.
The best thing to do is, I really look old with this toothpick in my mouth, but the best thing to do is actually have a plan. Have a plan to, you know, upload this specific type of content when you do get that shout out, when you do get that boost. Because when you get that boost, it's going to be unexpected. So why don't you just expect it? And then, like Nick said, like learn off of it, like shape it and try to snowball it. Because if you don't, you're just gonna be caught with your pants down.
My biggest advice.
Sitting there wondering what's next for me.
My biggest advice is keep your head down and just make content.
Okay.
Stop looking for validity. Like stop looking for like I said, you'll have people that say they enjoy your content. You have people that say your content is shit. Ignore them both.
And just make content.
And just make content. Make the shit that you want to make. The right people will come to you, whether it's friends, an audience, following, all that shit. Make what you want to make how you want to make it. And you will 100%, if not succeed, you'll at least
satisfied.
You will at least feel some type of freedom, satisfaction in what you're doing.
Okay. I can get jiggy with that, you know. So what would you guys say, what would you think is the best way to start 2020 for a YouTube channel? How do you start a YouTube channel in 2020?
You just do it.
Have a plan. Just do it.
Yeah. You see what I did there? I segued into the questions.
Yeah, but you did that like wrong.
No, I didn't, bitch. All right, I did it right.
Was that the right way to do it?
No, because we We need
was the
to
right way. We're not
announce
supposed to
that,
say,
yes,
"Hey,
this
man,
is a
we're
section that
switching
we are
over."
answering your questions.
Why would I do that? And I'm just doing it right now. Like, what the fuck?
No, because they need to know. Like,
Yeah,
like,
it's a new segment.
say
it's a new
Okay,
segment. You
okay,
have to
okay,
announce
say, for
it.
instance, you just asked
Man,
this man's
look.
question.
Okay.
Now he feels salty in some type of way because he didn't get his credit.
Man,
No,
look. Anyway,
answering the question.
anyway, we are hitting the new look. Anyway, it's a new segment time, everybody. Boys and girls, it's time for your questions to be answered. If you want your questions answered, ask royalty via Twitter. Make sure to follow us. Link to the hashtag Ask Royalty via Twitter. Make sure to follow us on the Twitter. Link to that in the description section below, and or whatever attached to whatever. We have a lot of questions. A lot of these questions can be a topic, but we're probably gonna keep it as short and simple as possible as we can, and then I guess wrap this up and then get out of here. So with that being said, Mikey and Dioku, let's do some smart. Let's pick 3 questions. Out of the 10 or 20 that we have, and then just answer whatever ones you want.
All right, so right off the bat, because this one really stuck out to me. Where's it at?
I mean, you already asked Flokage's question. We didn't answer.
Well, I asked that like for him specifically, not like he messaged me or whatever, but I do think that his question is also good. But me personally, I guess if I had to pick like mine, it would be from Soul777. He asked, as a content creator, what do you expect from the people that support you, and what do you think people expect from you, and what misconceptions do you want to shatter?
They're gonna answer. Y'all go.
I mean, I can answer on mine.
Mikey doesn't do YouTube like that anymore, so like,
I mean, I can still answer.
I was gonna say 50% of these questions get nullified if Mikey doesn't answer them because of that.
You wanna go?
So I guess I'll start it. And I can answer this as far as like being a budding content creator, right? Like I'm still growing. So what I personally expect is I expect the support, period. That's the easiest way to say it, is that as a smaller creator, as a budding creator, someone that's trying to grow, there's so much that I can do before YouTube takes over, or before, you know, the community itself takes over. And I've been trying to really get not necessarily my community, quote unquote, but the people that hang out in my Discord. I'm really trying to grill it into them to understand why it is that I ask for the likes and the comments. You know, why I'm like, hey, share this shit on Twitter, retweet that on Twitter, instead of just looking at it like you see it. Oh, cool, man. I'll click the like button, I'll open it, click the like button, close it, you know, and I'll watch it later or whatever. And you get a lot of different mismatched analytics, and analytics are huge when you start to learn what they mean. Like if I were to even start a YouTube channel now, whatever, it'd be based off of straight analytics. I'd be doing things to grind out for analytics. You know, when you comment, YouTube sees that. I comment right back. YouTube counts that as 2 comments. Now I got 2 comments on a video with 10 views or whatever. YouTube's like, yo, that's traction. Keep that shit up. You know, I get 3 likes. Bet we got 3 likes now. Cool, man. People like this video. He's getting comments. People are talking about it in the chat. Yeah, man, this video is doing great. And then the views come into play, and then you get retention time. You're like, oh man, you made a 10-minute video and 80% of people watched it for 7 minutes. Bro, you doing good right now. Keep that shit up. You know, oh shit, those 3 people that liked your video, shared your video on Twitter, Facebook, and Discord. Hey, dog, you know what? Me as YouTube, I'm gonna push the video for you. That's where I'm trying to get to. When YouTube does the work for me, when I no longer have to tell people like the video, comment, subscribe, you know, share this shit, whatever. When YouTube is like, you know, that Ayoka guy's man, that damn Color's doing his goddamn thing, bro. Give that damn boy some push, man. Go on, push his video out there for the one time. Let him see some glory. Like that's where I'm trying to get. I'm surprised you caught that, man. I'm surprised you caught that. But yeah, that's my biggest thing as far as support goes, and what I expect from the people that watch my content. And I do the same thing as far as when I watch content that I really like, or if I'm trying to see my homies grow. You know, I'm liking their videos, commenting, pushing it out, whatever, all that kind of shit. So as far as what I guess you guys or supporters expect of me as a content creator, that's where I always get stuck. because I've learned that I can't ask you for what you want because you're not there for what you actually want. And that's not like no tea, no shade, nothing like that. It's just it's a realization. If you restart YouTube, um, once you start making content, you quickly find out that depending on doing those polls, like if I stream, hey guys, what do you guys want to watch tonight? We can do shiny hunting, breeding,
And man,
or
it's
I'll
supposed to
drink.
be short, right?
No, I'll drink 20 Red Bulls on stream. And that's, hey man, drink 20 Red Bulls on stream. All right, cool. Bet you get 20 votes for Red Bull, and you get 2 viewers in the chat. Like, that's not. I don't know. I can't depend on y'all, so I don't. But that's me. I gotta hurry up because Mikey's giving me like that dad look, and I don't like it. Like, take that fucking toothpick out of your mouth, bro.
Nah,
do you want to go, Mikey? Do you want to go, Mikey?
I will go. I will
You're
go.
not my dad.
Okay, so as a content creator, because I still am a content creator, I have not officially quit yet, but I still am a content creator. But if I was to come back tomorrow, and I would be like, let me get this in my mouth. I would say I expect nothing, and also I don't expect you guys to expect anything from me. Obviously, because there's nothing coming from both ends. But like I say, if I was to come back, I wouldn't expect you guys to, reciprocate anything, simply because my mindset right now, I feel like I am a seasoned content creator. That doesn't mean that I can go out and get 1 million views on anything, but I've been dabbling with YouTube, and I know the algorithm enough to know that what I put out doesn't always get reciprocated back to me. So I can't expect my audience to like whatever I put out. All I can do is just, like Nick said, keep your head down and just make content. So when you do keep your head down and make content, then people will tell you, how you're doing, what they like, what they don't like. When that starts to happen, that's when you know you're hitting a good stride. So I don't like I say, I don't expect anything from my viewers, and I hope that they wouldn't expect anything back from me. But I know that's kind of like a catch-22, because of course the viewer is going to expect something from the content creator, but personally, I don't think they should expect anything. Because like, if I was to watch something from like one of my favorite YouTubers, Sam the Cooking Guy, I don't expect him to upload every day. I don't, but he does it. And if he does, miss a day, he's be like, oh well, shit, he just missed a day. And I literally don't expect anything. So that's just me. All right, Nick.
All right, before you start,
I agree with Mikey actually.
what's what is, like, I know what a catch-22 means.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? Where did that come from? Like, what is that even?
Well, the catch-22 is, they're going to
No, not the example.
Oh,
the literal phrase catch-22.
Ain't that what it is?
Damned if you do, damned if you do, damned if you don't. It's like a gridlock.
Okay, I was gonna say where'd it come from, but I get it.
I actually agree with Mikey. I've noticed since I started branching out and kind of just haven't paid attention to analytics and kind of just started to like just make my own content and be my own person, I've noticed and stay out of trouble, stay out of like anything, any bullshit regarding anybody else or whatever. I've noticed that like a lot more people have been hitting me up, more so in congratulations for shit that I have no idea what I'm doing.
The way you say that is just so like,
that shit come off the tongue, don't it? Yeah, that is fire.
No,
it's fire. It's fire, nigga. It's fire. Come on, I said fire, nigga.
Nah,
but
man,
no,
legit,
bro. like I get congratulations for shit that I don't know what I'm doing. As far as I'm concerned, all I'm really doing is just it's just uploading anything that I want to do, being my own person and doing what I want to do, me. And I stopped making polls on the community tab. I stopped asking for shit that they want to see. I said, fuck them. Not to be disrespectful to y'all, but more so like, fuck that. I want to put me out there and not what they want me to be and not who they want me to be. You know, when that nappy shit happened, there was so much pressure for one of us to kind of like take that throne. For example, like who's gonna be the next Pokemon guy out of the group now? Like who's gonna still make the next Pentop? Who's gonna make the next groundbreaking Soul Link? Who's gonna do this? Who's gonna do that? You know what I'm saying? And I saw those expectations, and I saw the amount of subscribers I gained from that video that I did regarding that situation. And I realized there's like this like crazy like lingering cloud over my head. And at some point I said, fuck it. And like as time has went on, I was like, I don't give a fuck about what nobody thinks of my content no more. I'm going to make my content, and the people who want to watch it can watch it. It's free. People who don't want to watch it can eat dick. I don't care. I don't, like, they benefit me none. You know what I'm saying? And me paying attention to either party, you know, is going to get in my head and make me more self-conscious about the shit that I'm trying to do. You know? So it's like, fuck them. In the most most respectable way possible, fuck them. You know? And just
I'm so glad you said that.
And just be you. You know, be you and do you, and the people who are interested in what you have to say and what you bring to the table and what you do for them will come to you. I think the one thing that I probably would expect from people is understanding. There's a lot more people I expect a lot more people to be understanding of why certain things haven't gone the way they wanted to. You know, certain people want things with Nexus. Me and Nexus are busy as fuck. I can't stop everything I'm doing for Nexus, and vice versa. I can't do that. I can't provide a co-op Nuzlocke every single day or whatever. It's not happening. If anything, me and Nexus told each other we weren't gonna do that this whole year. Not until the summer.
I was gonna say, damn, the whole year.
We wanted to be on our own. I've noticed that since this shit, I've noticed my channel has been associated with other content creators for a while now. And now that I'm my own person, I'm a grown ass man now. Fuck them. Fuck whoever they associate with me with, and fuck whoever puts that situation on me. You know, I'm gonna keep my head down and do me. And I've noticed since I've done that, you know, there's been a lot of videos that have gone viral. There's been a lot of people that I don't even talk to like that come and congratulate me on shit that I don't even know I'm doing. I'm just making videos. I'm just being Nick as possible. You know what I'm saying? The one thing that I do expect out of, I guess, my viewers is probably understanding and acceptance. You know? That's about it. A regular human emotion, you know? Human thought process is just understanding that this shit is a lot, like, it's a mix of both of what you and Mikey said. It's like the support, if you want to give it, by all means give it, but just know it is necessary and it is appreciated for any type of growth to happen. At the same time,
I'm not demanding it from you.
Yeah, at the same time, I'm not demanding shit from you. If you don't like the content, feel free to unsubscribe or stay dead. That's fine. You will get replaced. That's why that's why the last little rant when I talked about the Nappy Nation and shit, when they were like, "Oh, you guys used him," I said it in that podcast. Y'all act like y'all subs meant something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Half the subscriptions.
Y'all were only around if Nappy.
Exactly. The subscriptions were dead anyway. So that's my thing. My thing is like, don't worry about that shit. I expect if you really do fuck with me, by all means, go out of your way and support the Don. I appreciate it. But I also expect that, you know, you can hold me to a standard, you know? Where it's like if I keep giving you consistent shit, you'd expect consistent shit, not some half-ass. And people got on me about that shit. I messed up one Breath of the Wild video. They were like, nah, nigga. What's up with you? And I'm like, okay, you're right. I'll go back. I'll go. The next video will be better, you know? Because I saw that comment. And I'm like, okay, something happened in the editing process. I didn't convey that episode Cool. That's constructive criticism. That's people being real and transparent with you. I think that's the one thing I expect is real transparency amongst me and the viewers. I have no reason to lie to nobody. I have no reason to deceive or manipulate anything at all. I'm just here to make content and play whatever I want to play and make people enjoy the content. That's about it. You know, if anything, you know, we were talking about this before we started this live stream. You know, we were like, I was doing the little interview questions, like, what do you want, like, people to remember you when you go, you know? And for my content, I never compromised who I was. And if anything, I grew into who I was by not compromising who I used to be. So it's like, you know, the one thing I want people to take from me is that be real with yourself, be real with the people around you, and life will go how it needs to go. Because I noticed that the way I'm living now and the person I am now is exactly who I wanted to be when I was stressing about not being him in the first place. That's it. When it comes to expecting something, understanding, acceptance, and patience, you know, that's about it. That's about it. Time will tell. Time will do its thing, and you will grow, you know, and the community will grow, you know. That's about it. I think that's about it for that question. Actually, that's it.
Yeah. I feel like that took care of it for sure with 3 different perspectives. I like that.
We bodied that fucking question. Let's go, nigga. Yeah, let's fucking go, nigga. We bodied that bitch. Let's go, Garrett. Let's go, nigga. Let's go. What's another question? We all got 2 or 3. So I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I picked mine.
I guess I'll go. Well, Mikey,
it better not be that Sonic one.
Mikey, you can get yours because one's directly like talking to you.
Yeah, one's directly talking to me. He says, since Mikey's getting deep into game design, what would everybody's dream game to make be? FPS, RPG, survival horror?
RPG.
He also says, loving the podcast, keep it up. We will definitely keep it up. My ideal dream game would definitely be an action RPG. I love action RPGs. Cannot wait until Tales of Arise come out, but definitely it would be action RPG. More than likely, something to deal with, you know, I want to say elemental powers, with like weapons. I don't know. I really, it's really all up here, and I really can't just spew it out.
Yeah,
but it would definitely be an action RPG dealing with elementals and, you know, weaknesses and strengths and all that kind of stuff. So it would definitely be like a cool balance.
I feel like action RPGs. Ooh, and this is gonna be controversial. We can have that topic whenever. I feel like action RPGs are the most creative genres of gaming. So mine would be action RPG.
Yeah. I'm totally not with you guys. Like, don't get me wrong. I love my action RPGs. That'd be my second if I had to make one.
What would be first?
My first is never changed since I've I guess like I was like fucking 13. I don't know. I would literally recreate dot hack. I would make a real life dot hack, like dead ass. The whole.
But that's
shebang.
an MMO RPG.
Yeah, no. But think about it.
And it's mostly action.
It's VR, but it's the whole helmet, putting the helmet on with the sensors, and you physically.
So VR would be your genre.
I wouldn't call it because that's not even VR. Like,
yes,
it's VR to it's VR to us, but to them, like, think about it. When they were put in a coma, they were put in a coma. But if they felt some shit in the game because the way the game was designed, they felt
that was because of the virus. That was
that's
why.
That was why. Literally recreate.
No, my nigga, that's not a good. You can get sued for that.
Who gonna sue me? I'll put him in a coma. What you mean?
Doc, that's not. That's counterintuitive. You're not making millions off that plan.
He didn't say make millions. He said my dream game.
Your dream game was a dot hack game, and you really no. That's not how simulation works.
You're literally trying to kill.
You're literally trying to kill somebody.
I'm not trying to kill anyone. I'm just saying that dot hack as a complete package, I would
No,
I would like to make.
Why
are you so problematic?
I'm confused because
I'm not problematic.
No, because in Dot Hack, the reason why they felt shit in the first place was that was a bug.
Yeah.
So you want that to just be a game function?
The bug itself, but I just want Dot Hack.
Nigga, I do too. Nigga, do you not realize the moment this goes into gaming, the moment we get a Dot Hack / Sword Art Online experience,
oh, that's it.
Nigga, I'm out of here. What is a Pokemon?
I'm not coming out. Y'all never
What the fuck is you talking about, nigga? I am level 99 max cap.
Yo,
the DLC expansion will come out, nigga.
That Afro keeps posting in the chat with the dude scratching his belly.
That's gonna be like legit. I want it too, but you gotta remember, like, that shit's not like, you gotta remember in Dot Hack and like Sword Art Online, it's alternate reality. We call it VR. It's the exact same thing.
Or AR. AR is a thing that, you know what? I just realized that, bro. Remember Xbox One? I know this is way off topic. I mean, it's not, but it is. Remember when Xbox One was debuting the fucking Kinect and other bunch of bullshit, and they showed the Xbox One X at fucking that E3, and they showed off AR, and they're like, "Yeah, man, this is coming later this year." Blah 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 blah.
Augmented reality.
Yeah.
Where they had with the HoloLens.
Yes.
Yeah.
Never fucking got that shit. They never talked about it after that.
It's not ready.
That would have been fantastic.
It's not ready.
Doesn't matter. They never at least say, "Hey, it's not ready. We're not gonna like. We don't have the technology yet. We can't do it.
It's not here. It's not ready.
It's not ready."
I know it's
Pack it up, dog. Pack this shit up, bro. You be asking if it don't need to be here, dog. Pack it up, bro.
What you mean don't need to be here, man?
Pack it up, bro. I'm sorry. It's
you wouldn't want AR to be real?
We have VR.
We have VR. And honestly, in the next 10 years, VR is gonna be video games. I give it 15, 20 probably.
I think about 15. 10 is very minimum. Like, or I guess 10 would be maximum earliest.
So your ideal game would be MMORPG. So still an RPG.
Yeah, definitely an RPG though. Like no matter what, I think that's kind of static for all three of us.
Oh, Dot Hack is an action RPG.
Yeah. No. It's an MMO, isn't it?
No, Dot Hack is based off an RPG, but the gameplay itself is action RPG.
Well, yeah, no, but I don't want the game that we have.
You want what it's based off of, like the experience.
Like
okay.
You literally want the world, the game.
Yeah, the world, the game.
That's
period.
a dangerous ass game. That's it. Shit.
Yeah.
I'm good on that. You can keep that shit.
You
You're not about to say. What we're not gonna do is make those Dot Hack games feel like they were fun.
All right, wait. So if I were to somehow make this game,
I wouldn't play it.
100%.
I wouldn't play it.
And I gave you the free headset.
I'm sorry, I would not play it.
I was getting it free anyway.
Do you not realize what like the original Dot Hack games were?
Yeah.
They were hard as fuck.
Yeah.
They were not fun to play through.
No, they were pretty fun.
No, the fuck they weren't, nigga.
The only non-fun part to play or to deal with was the fact that if you died, you had to start all the way over from the last save. But I'm used to that because Digimon World 3 did it. Digimon World 1 did it. Digimon World 2 did it.
You gotta remember, there was no when you go to a fucking world in the original Dot Hack, you deadass have to find the dungeon. The world, like the actual stage itself, there are monsters that exceed your level by at least 5 or 6. When they find you, you're fucked. You had to run away from them.
Yeah, fuck if you forget them damn keywords.
Yeah.
Bro, it's early game Xenoblade. Xenoblade don't give a fuck, dog. You walk out the damn starting place, the area, and you're like,
Dot Hack is the game of micromanagement. I'm actually playing that shit after we get done with the stream. I'm gonna go in Discord and I'm gonna download Infection.
You gonna play Dot Hack?
I want you. Infection is one of the hardest games in that collection.
I have shit. Where is it? Hold on.
If you have the last game, that bitch sells for $100.
I've got.
It's not in the box. Never mind.
No. It's definitely not in the box, bro. I had to get this shit from I don't even remember the Player One or whatever the fuck they're called. But I hunted for this because I wanted all of them. Shout out to Rumble Roses. Shout outs to Rumble Roses, bro. That's my shit. Yeah, I've got Outbreak. They're all in the. You're gonna hate me for this, bro.
Give it to me.
In the same fucking sleeve.
You motherfucker. Hey.
Fuck no, bro.
Why are they all in the same fucking thing, dude?
Because I ran out of sleeves.
You know them shit scratch up, nigga. This is not bro. What is good with you? This just don't even work anymore. Get the fuck out of here with that shit, bro.
I test them once a month. They definitely work.
Next comment, bro. Next question, Mikey. Oh, it's me.
I got infection, bro. I got infection.
Give me infection.
No, bitch.
Nigga, give me a faction.
What do you need it for?
What do you need it for?
So I can fucking play it. I just told you I want to make that hack. What you mean?
I promise you, Yoku dog, when you die, I will be there.
Yeah. Do you want me to just write you in my will?
No, I will take it.
Who you gonna take it from?
Whoever has it.
Bro, my dad will beat your ass.
They will die.
My dad will beat your ass.
They will die.
Hey, shout outs to y'all that know what this game is. Though.
Anyway,
I got
a question. This question comes from XEX. What do you say is the most important thing to staying consistent with content and not getting burnt out? Also, I'm assuming you felt burnt out more than a few times. Any tips on getting yourself back on track from being burnt out?
I don't like this question.
Still burnt out.
Yeah, I don't like this question.
Take a break.
But yeah. Honestly, taking a break is probably one of the best things you can do.
That's a double-edged sword, though.
Nah, I think about it is first and foremost, you do YouTube for the enjoyment, not everything else.
But what if that is your everything?
If it's your job, find multiple ways to branch out. Like Twitch, like I remember when I was doing nothing but Pokemon, Twitch for me was my outlet from playing other games.
Yep.
Whenever I would get done playing Pokemon, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go Twitch. I'm gonna go Twitch and play whatever I want. Danganronpas, the Walking Dead, the God of War. I'm gonna play those games on the Twitch because that way I'm so immersed into this game. At some point, you don't feel burnt out after playing this.
Right. Yeah. And you're still able to sustain your lifestyle.
Exactly. Like it's like, oh shit, I'm gonna go play. And if anything, help it out more because if you find another outway, if you not find another way to express yourself, you will always come back and you're feeling fresh. Like Empyrean, I was going on my last leg with Empyrean. I promise you, like Pokemon content, I was not feeling it, right? But what made Empyrean so good for me was because I was taking a step back every time I get done recording. Before I start editing, I go play a game, I go listen to music, I go do some other shit, and whenever I come back after like a day or two of recording or of recording that video, I'd be like, hey. Let's record this game. Hey, everybody, welcome back to some more. You know, you feel more refreshed coming back after taking a break from it. It's okay to put the shit down. Even if it's only for a little bit, you know?
Ironically, I feel like that's something that I guess, started to adapt or do with me recently coming back from I don't even want to call it a burnt out feeling, but similarities. But that's something that I've been doing is I'll record a video and I just won't edit it. I'll go fuck off. I don't know. And then I'll come back and I'll do it. Or I'll record whatever video and then like, all right, cool, that's done. And I'll schedule it for the next day so that I don't have to, like that whole next day is me being free. And I chill, you know? Some days I literally just go in the bed and watch anime and play my Switch and that's it. Me, my dog, and anime. I don't look at Twitter. I barely get in the Discord. You know, I'm not thinking about the next video or how to edit it at all. I'm relaxing. That way I come back to the computer ready to go.
Yeah, I still say I'm burnt out, but yeah. Kind of want to go to the next question. Are we all good?
Yoki, you got to go to the next question.
Me? Okay.
You got to go to the next question. You got it.
Ooh, I got to find a question. God damn. Oh man, we got a couple of them. Some of these are pretty quick. Are we just knocking them all out?
Kill them. Come on, we're here. We both got one more. We got one more.
We got one more. Okay. You know what? Hold on. Nathan Yuh.
I was. If he didn't do it, I was gonna do it. If he didn't do it, I was gonna do it. I'm dead ass looking at it right now.
You're both fucking disgusting.
Yo.
Nathan. Yo.
Yeah.
You're both fucking disgusting, dude.
Yo, Nathan, if that's how you say your name, you got us up to all three of us, I swear.
Nathan,
yo.
That's hilarious. I got it.
How old is too old to be living with your parents? I resonate with this question because I actually moved back in with my parents after I moved out twice. Statistically, right, or society-wise, statistically, whatever, you're out by 18, 21, somewhere within that ballpark, 18 to 21, you're supposed to be out of your house. According to the internet, according to Twitter, according to society, you're supposed to be out of the fucking house, making $2,700K a year, and paying for 9 houses and 4 dogs and 3 cars, whatever.
You
None of that
definitely can't
shit.
do that on 27K.
You can fucking not do that at all. And so like that's the entire point is today's I don't even the way today is, right? The minimum wage, the cost of things, living, the cost of living itself, you physically cannot move out on your own and go get your own spot without being extremely lucky or extremely hardworking, which also just falls into being extremely fucking lucky. No one just works so tremendously hard that they can just support themselves on their own, because what ends up happening is, oh man, I'm working 3 jobs just so I can move out. All right, great. You working 3 jobs, you move out, you do what you got to do, you get a promotion at your first job or whatever the case may be. Now you can drop both. Now you don't have to work one job because the one job is paying for whatever, or you just happen to catch a really good deal at an apartment complex. You got to think about it. A lot of these people be capping on Twitter, man. You know, they capping on the internet. Oh man, well, I'm in my own spot, bro. I'm 20 years old. I pay rent. I pay for my own car note. Blah 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 blah. Whatever. All right, cool. How much is your rent, dog? Oh man, I got a studio. It's only $550 a month, but you know, I got my own spot. The bathroom next to the kitchen. I ain't got no stove or washing machine, but you know, they got a washateria down the street, so I go there. My mom's still down the street and she come over and bring me leftovers, but I'm on my own.
This nigga Yoku resonated with this motherfucking question,
dog. I hate that shit, bro.
This nigga got it.
Dude.
This nigga got it,
like,
dog. Jesus.
And it's like, though, it kind of goes into, it doesn't even go into it, but I'm gonna say it does because I want to bring it up. That there's a question about how to get girls or whatever, how to approach girls, some shit like that. You tell a girl you're still with your parents, bro, and most 9 times out of 10, their immediate instinct is like no. Whatever you gotta ask them after that is a no. You just lost your approach that way. But that girl is probably living with her folks too. You know, everyone's so ashamed of saying I'm still with my people, but we're the only, like, America's the only society that does that. You know, you go to any Asian country and they're still with their parents until they're married or they can pay for their parents' house. That's it. You know, you go to I guess India is also in an Asian country. Africa does the same shit. And Africa is not a bunch of tents and huts, by the way, guys. They're basically Wakanda at this point compared to everyone else. Almost every other society out there, they're staying with their parents until they are ready to support themselves without any issues whatsoever, because that is a clan. That's their family. The whole of it takes a village to raise a child or whatever that phrase is, that they take that to a T. Yeah, they take that to a fucking T, man. You know, US is like, all right, cool, you're 18, get the fuck out of my house. You know, being black, I definitely I didn't have to deal with that. Fortunately, my parents aren't like super dick, bro, because it's facts though. You know, it is facts. That question probably triggered me in a way that I didn't want to get triggered, but I hate the idea. I hate the mentality that you have to be moved out by a certain age, you know? Damn, dude, you're 25 still with your folks? All right, how much is rent? Wherever the fuck you living at, how much is rent? Oh man, rent's only $1,400 for one apartment. Okay, yeah, okay. I'm gonna pay $1,400 for one bedroom. No furniture, by the way, because that's a whole other extra money. You still got utilities to fucking pay for, probably a car note, gas, everything else, compared to staying with your folks until you can find a better spot, get a better job, finish college. You have multiple options to take care of yourself. They're your fucking parents. If you got shitty parents, yes, I feel bad for you, but that's not on you at that point. That's on your shitty parents. But parents that actually understand that are your fucking parents and support you and take care of you like parents should, there should be no issues. You don't, to answer your question, there is no how old. I mean, if you're like 50 and you're with your parents, that's kind of some other shit. I don't know what the fuck you were doing with your life at that point. Maybe you really are like a hermit who jacks off all day. I don't fucking know, but you got something. But I don't think there is a how old. I'm done.
All right.
This nigga spin. What the fuck?
Bro?
He definitely spin. As someone who left the house at 17, 18, I can definitely say that there is no age limit. I firmly believe in literally just doing the smart thing. Like the smart thing is just like Ioka said, finish college, get a job, and find your way to your own. You know what I'm saying? I mean, shit. I had to go back home. I definitely had to go back home after I rented a house for like 2 years. I was like, damn, I am absolutely tired of paying somebody else's house. I would
Yeah, you're
rather just
working
pay
to
my
live.
own.
Literally, you have no
So
extra money.
so I called up my grandma and I moved back in with her. I took the whole family. I was married by then. I still had all three of my kids, and I got my credit together. I saved up enough money for a down payment, and I got lucky and I found an investor who goes out and buys houses, remodels them and all that kind of stuff. So
Ain't that funny
basically,
how God worked?
right, I was able to choose how my kitchen looked. I was able to choose how the floor plan, the lighting and all that kind of stuff. I was able to like basically custom build my own house,
Oh shit, my
and
You about to knock
it's
everything over.
it was it was it was really an easy process to do. Once you have the money, once you're able to live rent free, because obviously you live with family, you live in rent free, unless they ask you to help out. But then it's just like, what's the point of coming home?
Yeah,
So
if you
so
gotta
they
pay rent
understood
anyway.
that. So they understood that, and they didn't want my money. Um, but no, to directly answer your question, no, there's no age limit to move out. But I will say you have to have some type of ambition. You
Mhm.
have to. It is absolutely essential for you to make something of yourself. If you're at home with your mom and dad, it's fine. It's absolutely perfect. But please have some type of ambition to want to leave, because I'm gonna be honest. I can't wait till my kids are gone, so I can be walking around doing the Balls Johnson dance. So
Fuck is the balls, Johnson?
you'll find out.
Oh God.
All I'm saying is have some type of ambition to want to leave. You have to have goals set up so that your parents aren't nagging you about leaving.
Mm-hmm.
You never want to be the person who just stays in the basement without a purpose. You
Yeah, you don't
never
want to be
you never
stagnant.
want to be that guy. You never want to be that person. So have some type
That's
of ambition to leave the house on your own terms. But as far as a time limit, there is no time limit.
mm-hmm.
But set one for yourself.
Yeah.
Like,
And to add on to what you said about the ambition part, without ambition, that's where your depression comes from. If you ever feel like you're depressed because you're not outside of the house, it's because you don't have like you're not telling yourself to get out, like do these things so that you can move forward in life. That's where that heavy depression comes from. Because then that's
yes.
when you want to lay in the basement all day and oh man, what's the point? Oh what I don't want to go do this. Oh, I gotta go to work. What's the point? I can't work enough and get paid enough to get out of the house. Like you have to keep pushing yourself. And that's not a shot at anybody with depression. All of us went through it. All of us, I'm still going through it. It's a thing, but you got to hear it and you got to do it.
They answered your question. I don't even have to speak. They say what they have to just say. I mean, shit. That's it, nigga. That's it, nigga. That is it, nigga. You bodied that. Okay, y'all were passionate. I couldn't
Yeah,
even.
bro. Don't
All
worry, man. We
right.
got you,
Well,
Nathan.
let me go
Yo.
in. Well, let me go where I have my expertise in, is how to approach girls.
Mm, mm,
From ABW_A.
mm.
Honestly, being yourself is probably the best way to go about it, but obviously have some sort of filter, I feel. Because
Yeah.
meaning approaching a girl is just like approaching a regular ass person. The gender is just a thing, like you're out. The only reason why you would approach a girl is because you have some sort of like attraction towards that person. You want something to do with that person to begin with, which is fine. But at the same time, being nice being a gentleman, being having some sort of class. You know what I'm saying? Some sort of like bravado, some sort of like, you know,
je ne sais quoi.
Yeah, je ne sais quoi about yourself. You know, you gotta some type of swagger. You
That boy
know,
put his chest
yeah. You gotta have.
My Oculus keep coming on.
You gotta have something about you that makes you like, that makes you look proud to be who you are and actually be proud of who you are. Where confidence is key, like 100%. You can't walk up to a girl on some other shit. You know, for me, I walk up to them and I just be like, "What's up? Like, you look amazing or whatever." You know, I would love to get to know you. No, nigga, shut the fuck up.
That's it.
I walk up to a girl or whatever. I try to like, you know, take the environment y'all are in and use it to like an advantage to start up a conversation.
Right. Like if it's a party, be like, hey, yo, you look amazing. You are rocking that dress tonight. What's poppin'? Shit like that.
Don't compliment her shoes. Don't.
Real talk, honestly, bro. Real talk. Just come off as casual and just honestly respectful, dude. Approach girls respectfully, and if it works, it works. If it doesn't, it doesn't. Just make sure you have some sort of confidence in yourself, because when they say no, I mean, you know, you got to be like, okay, fuck it then. You know, motherfuckers get told no, they fuck that bitch.
It's World War III.
Fuck that bitch, nigga. You ugly anyway. Nigga, excuse me. You trying to slide at me.
They be wildin', bro.
Be respectful, dog. Is all I think the best advice I have, honestly. Just be respectful, and be, I don't want to say to the point, but obviously lead the direction of the conversation, because knowing them, you're probably just, you know, you're just probably just a regular ass nigga trying to slide. You're trying to make a good first impression. So definitely, like, make sure you lead the conversation. Make sure you be as respectful as you can, and make sure you're just not a dick.
Yeah.
Right. And if they laugh at you, if they laugh you off, if they're disrespectful, then they're not worth your time anyway.
Just walk on, bro.
Just walk away.
Yeah.
There's literally no need to call them out their name or anything like that. Just walk away because you're above it.
Yeah.
So, you know.
My theme song for 2020 is Omerta by Drake. It's that godly talk that nigga be talking about. It's the confidence, bro.
Bro, you know what's funny? If I'm in my mood for like crying about girls or some weird shit, I listen to a lot of fucking trap music. I listen to a lot of
That's
trap
very
music.
funny, because a lot of people would try to meme it and be like on some Drake shit, but like Drake doesn't make sad music.
Well, because I like
he doesn't make, bro. When you look at nowadays music, he doesn't make sad music, bro.
Nah, man. I listen to Drake on the normal trap music, because I don't want to feel the way that I feel about whatever sad shit. So that shit just hypes me up.
Trap shit be making me feel like a god. A different
dog.
nigga come out. That's a different nigga.
You put on Thug Motivation 101, bro. You feel like you can just literally go to any block and just be like that nigga.
I'm just saying, bro. Iyoku, when we're at PAX and you hear my headphones in, just make sure I want you to understand. I am listening to. I'm gonna walk around like my balls are heavy. I'm dead ass. I'm being 100% serious, nigga. When you see me at PAX, I literally, like, that's my demeanor. Ask Mikey. I dead ass walk around like I'm that nigga, dog. I just be chilling.
Okay.
I be moving, bro. I got no reason to lie. I got no reason to lie to nobody, bro.
All right, back into the content creation.
Mikey, it's your final question. Choose the right one.
My final. I'm gonna do the one that we actually started off with and didn't answer. From Flokage, what do you think would be the best way to start a YouTube channel in 2020? Starting a YouTube channel. Oh,
I feel like we gave the advice though.
That's what I was like.
We were leading into it, but we never expounded upon it.
You said.
Well, no,
you say just do it or some shit like that.
I felt like the advice that we all gave during the "What do you expect from your audience?"
Had advice
for that question.
I was gonna say that in the podcast.
If you want to start, make content.
I definitely have a little bit.
Talk your shit there, King.
Yeah,
talk your shit.
I definitely do. Starting in 2020, I feel like you have to come at it a little bit more strategic. And starting in 2009 when YouTube started, I think that you have to pay attention to trends. I think you have to pay attention to a lot of what other people are doing. Like being a
Amen,
copycat,
brother Mikey. Amen.
being a copycat isn't. I'm not gonna say like a one for one copycat. It's not. That's bad, but actually, you know, taking somebody else's and putting your spin on it, that's, you know, commendable. That's how you start. That's how you find yourself. But actually starting, yeah, just do it. But then also pay attention and be mindful of what's going on in the YouTube climate around you. So just starting a channel is hard enough just to get people. I would say, you know, join Twitter, find a lot of people that are within your interests, and you know, just conversate and don't be weird.
Oh, you want to know? I got a really good one. I got a really good one, and this one's left field as fuck. You know who doesn't get a lot of respect and credit they really do deserve for like the hidden work they be doing? Those consultants, people like Roberto Blake, for example.
Yeah.
If there's anything most important that you'd probably want to look into when it comes to strategy, I think his channel is perfect for it.
I watch his channel constantly, dude.
When it
He's
comes
got so
to
much knowledge.
the most important thing I would say, honestly, is learn what SEO means. Those three those three letters will be what either fuels your YouTube channel or kills it. Yep. Learn what that is and make sure you play onto it. That's probably the most important advice, because some people probably don't want to do gaming videos. Some people might want to do vlogs, whatever they want to do. Learn what SEO, the acronym, means, and understand where it applies to YouTube, and literally learn it. A lot of people join YouTube and they expect their mediocre half-ass videos to get views, and they feel some type of way when they feel like they're old about it. But then you go look at their back end shit, and they have no tags. They have a mediocre ass description with just some social media links. There's no actual like keywords in the titles. They look dumb. You know what I'm saying? You can have all the content in the world that you want, but if your shit's not right, your shit's not right. Learn the back end stuff, literally.
Yes.
And you will. Go ahead.
There's a lot more. There's a lot more to YouTube than just uploading.
I'm gonna keep it a big with you. I can't tell you how many people dislike me because I told them their channels were ass. I'm ask Mikey.
And you can actually have the best content in the world, but if people can't find it, then what's the point?
If you gotta include somebody's name in your descriptions that apply to what you're doing, do it. If you gotta have like some keywords in this title and shit, do it. The description is so important now. Do it. It's important that you. The best advice I was ever given was treat every video as if it was your first video.
And that was recent.
That was recent. That was recent as fuck. The best advice I was, in my case, it's treat every video as if it's a part 1, even when it's a part 30.
Yeah, part 1 to be hidden.
Yeah, you got to treat because when you start some new shit, how you approach it is different than if you were to come back and continue it over and over again. Yeah. You know, really make your part 5s as experience worthy as your part 1 was. You know, keep that same energy. Make sure that you appeal. You know, just learn
and study your videos. Study your videos as well. See what you can improve upon yourself. And I know sometimes it's very cringy to just look over your own videos and watch them. I know I hate looking at my old videos. I'm gonna keep it a bean with you.
I've debunked that, actually. I feel like the thing about the reason why people hate looking at their own videos is because they're not making the content they want to make.
Yeah. And that's why you study your own videos. Just starting out.
You have to know what you want to do.
Like when you find your own rhythm, then yeah, you can back off of that. But like we always say, you are only as good as your last video. You're only as good as your last video.
Right.
So rewatch your videos, see if somebody puts a comment in the comment section that you may not like, but it's constructive criticism. Take the criticism. You don't have to, immediately expound upon it, but take it into consideration and just try to find new avenues to make your content that much more fresh.
Yeah.
So that's my advice for starting YouTube in 2020. And also, don't say the N word or the F word.
So to piggyback off of exactly what the both of them just said, I would add to the fact you can't just do YouTube, and I don't mean Twitch. I mean you can do Twitch, but whatever. We live in a digital media or digital age of media, whatever age of digital media. There we go. We live in such a digital age right now that everyone's face is constantly in their phone. There's constantly something new popping off. You can't be the hot new thing if, just like they said, they can't find you. But the big thing about that is YouTube is not the main search right now. Like as far as the hot new shit, the funny shit, how people are sharing shit, it's Twitter. It's TikTok right now. Instagram's dying off, but Instagram is still viable depending on what you do. Makeup tutorials or anything pertaining to beauty.
Yeah, beauty. But for
Yeah,
our type of content creation,
yeah,
I would
all Instagram.
I would dare say, like, since he's watching the podcast, he'd more than likely be into gaming. So gaming does not really bode well on Instagram. That's more of a beauty channel type thing, more of a fashion type avenue. I would definitely say Twitter is your best bet.
I think TikTok could work for him. TikTok is like the new Vine right now. It's blowing up. And the thing about it is you don't have to make a TikTok pertaining to your YouTube channel at all.
You don't.
Make a
You can
TikTok
actually,
based on what you want to be or like what you want to portray. Like if you come up with some stupid meme or you saw something in the street and thought it was stupid funny and you made a TikTok about it, that blows up. Those TikTok videos get like 40, 50K shares. They get over 100,000 likes. All of that is traction to your profile, to you, who you are. And if you've got the YouTube link, now, okay, I'm going to click this guy. Does he have more content? Does he make more stuff? Where's his TikTok profile? And that's how you get your name out there along with whatever you're doing.
Yeah. That's how Lean got it.
Mm-hmm.
Lean
all of them. All the video or the Viners.
Yeah, Lean was on Vine. And then he started making longer videos and posted them to Twitter. And from there, I think he made one longer video he posted to Twitter. He's playing a game and he's just talking shit. And from there, he just made a whole channel about it. And like that's probably one of my favorite channels. When he does upload the Lean Gaming, that shit is funny. It's just very funny.
That motherfucker be doing the stupidest shit, bro.
Me. He was just talking about that.
Bro, tell me why I've been sitting here for 30 minutes in a match waiting to snipe a nigga. Oh, I got him.
But yeah, that's like personality has a lot to do with everything. People love to see charismatic people. People love to see personality and all that kind of stuff. So it's a lot to pack in starting a YouTube channel, but maintaining it would definitely be something to look at once you actually sign up and make that YouTube account. That's all I got.
Well, that's it. Successful podcast, ladies and gentlemen, boys and the girls. Successful podcast. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. It was good.
Amen, brother Nicholas. Amen.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Can we get a clap from the people? Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord. We are good. Oh, man. All right. Well, with that being said, I hope you guys did enjoy. We will see you in 2 weeks when I come back from PAX. When me and Neil come back from PAX, right? It gets uploaded on the 16th.
Is that after that?
It gets uploaded on the 6th. It gets uploaded on the 16th, which means we'll be back on the 1st. We get back. No, we won't be. There won't be an episode next week.
Yeah,
because we're gonna be at PAX.
Unless we do it like unless we do it or whatever.
Wait, when do you guys come back?
Either that Sunday night or that Monday, one of the two.
Yeah. It'll be 3 weeks then.
Okay. All right. Well, that's gonna be it. We can talk to y'all when we can. Thank you so much for watching. If anybody's interested, make sure you go check out everybody's link in the description section below, as well as make sure that you leave a like and a heart rating on the podcast wherever you're watching this or hearing this from. Follow the Twitter so that way you can get your questions in. It's a segment we do every single podcast that we do, so that we can keeping things coming. Hashtag Ask Royalty with the @ and you will get your answer, or you get your question answered. When we do record these podcasts and whatnot, with any topics that people might be interested in, definitely sure to give some feedback. This podcast is constantly growing, constantly evolving, so definitely anything is appreciated, whether it's constructive criticism or even if it's hatred, because I'm getting paid regardless.
Yeah.
Fuck you,
Nathan Young.
So with that being said, talk to y'all next week or 2-3 weeks from now. Bye.
Wait a minute. Hope y'all had great
Oh
Valentine's.
yeah, Mikey, your word.
Oh yeah, positive note. Oh shit, did I even think about anything?
No.
Well, I'm gonna piggyback off of something Yoku said earlier. Don't look for validation. Validation will only make you look for more validation. So if you feel like you're too not worth it, I said that last week, didn't I?
Did you?
Yeah, I did. But I mean, validation is definitely it's a terrible drug.
Yeah.
So if you're on the internet looking for validation, stop.
Bro, that was me.
You don't need
a
it.
couple weeks ago.
You don't need it. You are good enough for you.
I was high. I needed it, bro.
Why do you always mess up my positive note?
Anyway, we're gonna end this off. Bye.
Get those cheeks.